we're good.
Bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bust with the Boys. People want to think it's a sleepy pod. This is not a sleepy pod. Yes, it was a late night. Last night we had very little sleep, but guess what? It was one of the best sports events of our entire life, and we're going to break all that down for you on the show along with Alexander Volkanovski. But let's talk about this, dude. Bustin' with the Boys is presented by FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook. Boys, if you... Hold on. My eyes. I told you it was my eyes. If you ever had a bet ruined because your player got pulled out of the game, FanDuel just fixed your problem. On the biggest stage in world soccer, FanDuel is changing the game with Super Sub. Because let's be honest, there's nothing worse than backing a player, watching him come off the field, and feeling like your bet just got sent to the bench with him. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player gets subbed out, your bet stays alive. That's right. Stick with me here. I'll let you know right now. Your bet transfers to the substitute. So you've still got action all the way through the final whistle. And you've watched enough sports and you know some of the biggest moments happen late. Fresh legs come on, a game changes in an instant, and all of a sudden somebody becomes a hero. Now your bet gets the chance to stay in the fight too. This summer, from kickoff to the final whistle, let there be goals on FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com/bussin to get started now. Boys, listen. Very few times in life are you able to sit there in a moment. Are you able to sit, reflect, and be like, I cannot believe I am a part of history. And I get to sit here in front of you gentlemen wearing this tank top and this hat, knowing that our 4th of July merch on BWTB.com is out now. We got everything. Oh, I like that. I like the snaps. It's amazing. It almost takes away from the White House fight that took place, Freedom 250 last night, that me, Hovey, and Will Compton went to just yesterday afternoon. Let me break this day down for you guys, so stick with me here. If you're here for the Alexander Volkanovski fight, listen, YouTube's got a bunch of amazing things. We got chapters, fun chapters. You can skip to that. I would suggest you don't. Give me a couple minutes of your time and maybe I can talk you into sticking with me for a little bit, because if you are a fan, this is Bust with the Boys. My name is Tara Lewan. Will Compton usually sits to my right. We have a bunch of good, strong, handsome boys in the back that help us out every single day, editing, producing, doing all of the things. And it's a fun time to be here. It's a fun time to be here. So consider subscribing, consider commenting, consider commenting on the YouTube, because when you do, we have callbacks to those things. We have some callbacks. I'll give you an example of one real quick. This is from Rick_LMN. Imagining Taylor getting pumped up to As I Lay Dying and then going out in the field and putting a dude in the first row got me juiced. What's he referring to? He's referring to last week's intro. We're talking about best pump-ups that we could possibly have to go into a football game, a sporting event. And if you don't know what As I Lay Dying is, that's a hardcore metal band. We're talking double bass on the feet right there. We're talking guys screaming in your ear a little bit I hate my parents type of music. That's the kind of stuff that gets you cooked up. All right, makes you want to take somebody in the first, second, hell, even the third row of any stadium arena that you might be in. So shout out Rich_LMN. This one comes from a long one per Augusta at Augusta 7. Is that a 6?
762.
762. Eric Church is the fucking man. Yeah, we're cool like that. We can curse on the show. Truly a man's man. His UNC graduation commencement speech was phenomenal. Awesome interview, guys. Like I said, there's probably a lot of UFC fighters joining us right now. You probably have a lot of different genres. We just talked about hardcore metal. The guest we had last week was Eric Church. This country singer, the way he waxes poetically, the way he talks, you've probably seen the viral clip of him doing a UNC commencement speech, was absolutely amazing. Absolutely incredible. He comes on here and the stories that he's telling about him, just, I guess just like someone wronged him. So there's a chip on his shoulder. He gets cut from a tour, so he decides to go to every single tour spot and play at the bar next to the arena. I mean, that's the level of petty I want to be around.
Come on.
This guy, and if you don't know about Eric Church, I suggest you go put on a song. It's called Mixed Drinks About Feelings in You. and you tell me you don't have a little bit of feelings after that. So shout out Augusta 768 on that one. Let's hit one more. Or a couple more. How many more do we have?
Let's hit one more.
Let's hit one more.
Just to be safe.
This is the wrist injury. Need Delaney or Clay on the show hosting soon. Clean take.
Clean take.
Clean take. Taylor, go on vacay, brother. Right. Mean take. Mean take. Hey, that's a Kevin's Natural Foods clean mean take. All right? Sometimes it's going to hurt a little bit. What do? I'm a man. I'm going to stuff it deep down, and I'm going to take out on somebody else that has no idea why I'm mad at them later today, because that's what real men do. That's what real men do. Jared, you know what I'm talking about.
Type shit, yeah.
One of those, you know what I'm saying? What'd you say? That's fun. We can have fun on the show, dude.
We're just having fun,
and those are callbacks, dude. So if you comment on this YouTube video that you might be watching or on Spotify or wherever, you might be featured on the show because we're interactive. We're silly goose boys, man. We like to have a good time out here. Let's talk about the real deal, man. 4th of July, we broke that down a little bit. UFC Freedom 250. I remember last year, I think it was in like February, that Trump is sitting there saying that for the 250th birthday of America, they are going to have a fight on the White House lawn, UFC fight on the White House lawn. I immediately go to my phone and I send a little voice memo to Dana White, if you don't know, we're boys. Saying, hey, congratulations. That's fucking awesome. It's going to be incredible. I get a voice memo back in less than a minute. And he's like, you're going to be there, motherfucker. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. He's like hyped up about the opportunity for MMA, UFC, the entire mixed martial arts fighting sports genre to have a platform like that, not knowing that we were going to be on Paramount Plus, all of the things. Fast forward a couple of weeks ago, I'm thinking to myself, hey, this may not be happening. This may actually happen. This is only like 3,800 people on the White House lawn. Maybe I'm getting the axe on this. And to be honest with you, boys, I would have been okay with it. Would it have hurt? Yes. Would we have stuffed it deep down inside? There's no doubt about it. But it was like, how cool is this opportunity? Friends, success. It's just awesome to see this spectacle going down. I get a call from Nickal, who's Dana's assistant, and she's like, hey, I know you were thinking about not going. I just saw the list and you just got approved for 3 people. And I'm like, me and 3 or me 3 total? She goes, you 3 total. And I'm like, holy shit, we have to make this happen. This is 2 weeks away. We immediately started figuring out. Willie Boy obviously had all obligations that he had to go do. So there was a lot of moving pieces. But who better than Willie C and our UFC confidant, JP Hovey, to go and tackle this incredible event. So we fly out yesterday, which was Sunday. Sorry, 2 days ago, because you're watching this on Tuesday. Sunday, we fly out. We get there around 2 o'clock?
Yeah, 2 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, around 2 o'clock.
Yeah, like 1:15, then went to Sweet Greens.
Yeah. 1:15, stopped over at Willie's Hotel because he stayed the night in Washington, D.C. district, which, by the way, I learned it's a district. I learned it's like its own entity.
District of D.C. is. Yeah, District of Columbia.
No, it's not.
We got breaking news.
I swear.
What's the breaking news?
That restaurant, Sweet Greens,
Yeah.
per Jack McPherson,
Yeah?
is opening in the Gulch.
You're lying.
We were literally just saying.
It's already been built. It's just not open yet. But that is a phenomenal,
Buddy,
fast, casual,
yes.
healthy restaurant.
Holy.
It's like one level better than Cava.
And I can paint the picture. Any man listening to the show, you guys sitting in the back, you got 3 males in a car trying to make a game plan, because the idea is this: we got to get to the hotel. We have suits in our hand, because I found out a day before. I had Nickal on the side. I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about going classic Lewan, black t-shirt, black pants, maybe a pair of boots as my business casual wear to the White House. Should I wear a suit? Reply, yes, wear a suit. Okay, so we're wearing suits to this thing. I own 2 suits. One is about the color of Sherman's hat that he's wearing right there. The other one is classic Men in Black tie suit. So it's like, we're going to go black suit. I'm looking like Secret Service at this thing. So we have our suits. We're in this car. I've never been to Washington, D.C. before. I don't know the layout, the geography of what takes place. So we're trying to figure out, what are we going to do? Do we put the suits on? Then we go eat? Do we go eat first, then go see the monuments, and then put our suits on, and then go to this? Oh, by the way, Michael Chandler's fighting. We got to go see our boy. There's a lot of moving parts of this whole thing. And then we kind of discuss it and nothing really happens. Luckily, I think we made the right decision.
We made the right decision.
We made the right decision. And the right decision was this. We get to Will's hotel. We drop our stuff off real quick, and then we go to just a quick spot to eat, and it happened to be Sweet Greens, which we just got the breaking news on that, which is amazing. We go to this spot, dude. Think of like Cava, if you've had it. Think about Chipotle, because everyone's had Chipotle. You set up, they have the, if you can't think for yourself menu, you can pick out from these items right here. And there's the make it yourself type of thing. It's like a salad, healthy, you got quinoa, rice, all sorts of chickens and steaks, and I don't know if there's a fish or not. And then a bunch of toppings and sauces. Buddy, incredible. Like, I know it's like a fast casual place and this is nothing to really rave about, but I fuck with Sweet Greens. That's a place that I would go, like, I would eat there 5 times a week.
And saw a Titans fan on the way in.
Saw a Titans fan on the way in, which is wild. They're just out there.
Tighten up.
They're just out there in the wild.
Scale of 1 to 5, Sweet Greens.
Dude, okay, so Sweet Greens, I love the choices in the greens you can have, because I'm not a natural, I'm going to go eat my greens guy. All right? You have the white rice, you have the quinoa, and there was like a lentil, I believe. All right, so you have the options though there on your carbohydrates, followed by the proteins. I thought the protein, I got this blackened chicken, nice. I think it wasn't dry. Like, you could eat that just fine, and you're like, oh, this is well cooked, delicious chicken. Toppings, everything from front to bottom. They have a fun list on a chalkboard telling you from all the farms, local in the United States farms, that where they get the broccoli from, where they get. By the way, the broccoli was incredible. Wouldn't you know, it was from Arizona. They had a bunch of places, farms. Sauce is incredible. Overall, I'd give it a 4.5.
Okay.
Overall, I'd give it a 4.5. So we murk down the Sweet Greens. We go back to Willie's place, and then it's like Schoolboy Taylor. I want to see some monuments. I want to see that one sticking out. I want to see Abraham Lincoln. I want to see all the things. I want to see that Fun River. I didn't even know there was a World War II monument. Once I found out that was available, I want to see it, right? Because my patriotic bone is buzzing right now. I'm feeling some type of way about that. So this is where I think we still had to do it. There's no way we could have done it any other way. Boys get suited and booted. Right now it's 2:30 p.m. Fight supposed to start at 8. We have been invited to the White House. And let me just backtrack. Let me Tarantino for you for just a second. Tuesday of last week. So a week from when you're listening to this podcast right now, Dana calls me. Dana doesn't call, right? He'll send you a text. He'll send you a voice memo. He doesn't call you. So I'm seeing that. I'm like, oh shit, something must be going down. Answer. And he's like, hey man, there's a party at the White House. The president, he gets 95 tickets and I get 95 tickets. You and your party are a part of my 95 tickets. And I don't even really know I'm like, oh, that's incredible. Thank you. Like, I hang up the phone and I'm like, I should have been more grateful. Like, I feel kind of weird that I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
right?
so we got a Sweet Greens reservation at 5.
Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah, you sure you can't move the party up for us a little bit? So clearly, like, first time in Washington, D.C., first time seeing all these monuments, and I am walking into the White House with my boys, thinking to myself, like, couldn't do it with football, but luckily me and my dumb friend found a bus and happened to interview the right people, and now we're going in the White House as guests of the president of the UFC. How cool is that? It was unbelievable. All the things we have been able to do because of this bus. It's a huge moment of gratitude. So we see all the stuff. It's awesome. There's a vlog that is it out now, JP?
It's out now.
It's out right now. They can go see it right now.
Yeah, they can go see it right now.
Oh my God. You get to see everything. Shorter vlog, but action packed. Like literally everything part of our night. And we go to the White House, dude. We go see Mike after we see the monuments. We are drenched in sweat. We've been walking around for 3 hours.
Will had that linen see-through.
He had the linen, and that boy was wrinkly at the about halfway point, just walking through. By the way, Abraham Lincoln, his monument. Let's get some ventilation in there. Let's get some ventilation for Abraham. What's going on with that? I don't know. Kind of crazy because I saw the shade. I was like, that's going to be a good place for us to post up. The minute I walked in, there was a hot box sauna. It was bad. It was bad in there. Beautiful, well-kept area. We go see Mike. Clearly, we know the result of Mike's fight. It wasn't what any of us on this bus wanted. But he was in good spirits. We saw him after. Saw him before. His beautiful wife, Hap and Ace were there as well. They're having a good time. It was just awesome to see them in their pregame mode. We made jokes that he's not present with us right now, but it's just great to be present with him. Mm-hmm. And so it was a good time. Ended up making it to the White House. Walk through 3-4 layers of security going in there. People dressed to the nine in their military uniform suits. Welcome to the White House. Hey, restrooms are this way.
David Njoku. He might as well be a part of Bussin at this point because we see him actually everywhere.
He's the only guy who is a friend of the show that's never been on the show.
Right.
He is, and he's a vibe, dude.
He's a vibe.
He is a vibe to be around. What a guy. David Njoku, if you don't know, is now with the LA Chargers.
Ooh.
He had mandatory minicamp starting yesterday when you're listening to this, Monday today. He didn't even stay for the fights. He literally came for a White House party and then took a 5-hour flight back to LA.
Said peace.
Said, see you laters. Catch you nevers. We're gone. Got out of there. It was like, I wouldn't do it in my playing days, but hey, good on him for doing it. Like he maybe has it all figured out.
Oh, yeah.
So we go in the White House, dude. You walk in and it's like, I don't know, it's like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
Like just being a kid from Arizona, a kid from South Carolina, a kid from Missouri, and like it's like crazy. We're like invited, we're guests at the White House. Walk in, band's playing. You look over to the left, there's a beautifully painted portrait of Trump doing the fist pump after there's an assassination attempt on him. And it's like, this dude really, it's hilarious. It's like objectively funny that you put that photo up right there. And there's like a staircase. You're learning about all the things. We walk in. There's anybody a part of this nation. Like Zuck's in there. Who's the director that we got to meet?
Peter Berg.
Peter Berg, massive
Night
Knicks
Lights.
fan. Peter Berg, this guy, dude. So yeah, anyway, we walk in. There's the George Washington photo, the painted photo out there. We all do, us and Joku, we do the same pose. It was just unreal. JP, am I missing anything? I'm trying to paint a good picture here, but I'm just like caught in the moment of just even talking about it.
Yeah. Are we wanting to say more people that we were running into? Or are you
Go
getting
ahead.
into
Yeah, absolutely.
Bryson DeChambeau.
Was a vibe.
You want to talk about the passion for the content game?
Buddy.
Oh my gosh,
Dude.
Bryson was awesome.
Yes. And you could see he was so animated with his hands. He was like in our faces about content and people and creative spaces. Like, cannot wait to get him on the show.
Oh, so he's like into the whole Bussin thing. Like he was very excited about
Well, he's got his own golf channel. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
massive, right? And so he's doing a whole bunch of stuff outside of the golf world because he's been labeled as a black sheep a little bit through the PGA and all that. Me and this guy talking for 10 minutes, his passion, his artistry, and what he is all about was impressive to see, and what life's all about. Like, he's a goal of like where you want to be in life. Like, you want to know exactly what your passion is. He knows what his passion is.
Future collab ?
Future
For
collab
sure.
question mark. Without a doubt.
Triple H.
Triple H was there. Will was shitting himself about it. It was like me, Triple H, and RFK. And Will. And we're sitting there and like, we walk up. RFK kind of gave us the eyes, like he like recognized us. So we went up, said what's up to RFK. He introduced us to Triple H. And you know that moment when everyone's kind of in a room and everyone's kind of like introducing each other and like getting to know each other. But there's always that awkward silence. It's like we kind of there's nothing more for us to really digest about each other. This is where we should kind of go away. And Will just hits him with, hey, Mr. Triple H, I got to be honest, I'm such a massive fan. When you used to do X, Y, and Z, I don't know the world of wrestling. So I'm kind of just sitting back watching my boy fangirl a little bit, and I'm happy for him. Tells Triple H, he takes the compliment, he receives the compliment.
Good.
Thank you, I really appreciate that. And then Will looks at me and starts talking about it. And I'm like, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Like, I just love the fact that he was like so in it. And then we dipped, dude. Then we ninja smoked and got out of there. But
Good.
Zuck, Cash Patel, JD Vance, like, we're just sitting there hanging out for hours. Like from 5 to like 8:30. We were sitting in the White House, just hanging out. Max comes, we finally find a seat to sit in. Rest these I'm wearing dress shoes all day, dude. My feet were killing me.
Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan was a vibe too. Talked to him
That's
about
somebody
Hunter for
with
like 10
zero
minutes.
pauses in conversation.
Zero pauses.
Great conversation.
And shout out JP too. JP started and ended that conversation for us. He starts walking by, he goes, Luke, good to meet you, JP. Essentially with the handshake, brings him into the conversation. We break down for a good 10 minutes. Like a strong 10 minute where he's finding like, we're all kind of finding ways to keep his passions coming alive. And as he's like, hey man, great to meet you. And as he's walking away, JP hits him with, hey, we got to get you in the bus sometimes. Like, oh man, I love to. Wow, that's a terrible Luke Bryan, but you understand what I'm saying. Because he got like, even when he's talking, it's almost like he's singing.
100%.
He had a little something about him.
Fishing, golfing, whatever that's.
Yeah, hunting, fishing. Love it every day.
I have a
And
question.
he was a vibe, dude. Yeah.
How's the food?
Food was good.
Solid.
They had some little lobster rolls. They had the beef.
That
like
beef tenderloin.
beef
thing.
tenderloin.
That was fire.
What else they got? They had some gnocchi.
Yeah, they had some gnocchi. It looked like they had a
Could've
good
been
little
better.
spread.
Yeah, I honestly was like, this must be either the best food ever or like
It was
not.
it was like a small plate setup. It wasn't like, hey, we're gonna get you full. It was like, hey, if you need something to eat, we got it here for you.
I either want like presidential type food, or I wanted it to be like McDonald's.
I was gonna
And
say
if we're gonna go
McDonald's.
on the beggars can be choosers type of thing, I'm with you.
Right.
I either wanted like Mickey D's, Carl's Jr., like kind of those things, or show me what you got.
Right.
Like show me what are those chefs really doing presidentially? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what would have been sick? If you walked out there and they just had a bunch of ovens and skillets and like had Kevin's Natural Foods just sitting there, dude. Is that a clean take? Is that
That
clean
would have
take?
elevated the party.
That would have elevated the party a little bit, right? So, dude, we had a good time. We're sitting there in the back corner for a minute, and then it's like people come up. They're like, the president will be coming down in about 10 minutes to make his remarks. Could you please, if you could, make your way to the this area?
Like it's a serious event.
Like a serious event. And I'm like, yeah, well, absolutely. We can make it work. So we start walking over there, dude, and we all kind of the band's playing. And Dana comes up and he starts talking about the event, how excited he is, and introduces the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. And everyone starts clapping. Band starts getting up. The YMCA song starts playing. And it's an intimate party, dude. There's 190 people in here. It's intimate. He's got the YMCA going. And, dude, the White House setup where it's like the first floor is like for Gen Pop.
Right.
We'll call it. Second floor is the presidential like sleeping quarters, and then the third floor is for the family. So they got second and third is for them. The bottom floor is for everybody else. He comes down this staircase, red carpeted staircase, by the way, red carpeted staircase. Looks in. There's an arch with a podium, but he's like through the podium on the staircase. Looks in, gives everybody a wave, like very like a lot of pageantry behind this man's operation.
Yeah.
He comes down. The YMCA song's playing. He's like, all right, you can cut it off. Get it done. We don't have to play it this long. All right. Just please cut it off, please. And then it's like kind of still going where the guy's like not catching the memo to press like pause on Spotify for a second for the song. And the whole family comes down. Dude, this dude, I'll tell you what, man. I know we catch a lot of hate for having Trump on the podcast. And a lot of people are like, how the fuck can you go to the White House? It's like, dude, all right, whatever. This dude gets up and talks for 15 minutes. And he's making sound effects. He's loose. He's having a good time. The Iran deal got done. So shout out that, huh? Golf clap. Golf clap.
I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you what, that's all my algorithm right now.
He told us gas prices would be below 185. So that's what he said. He said in Iowa we were going to see gas prices below 185.
I love that he worked that in his UFC like pre-speech.
Bro, he was talking about the weather. He goes, it's amazing. He's like, it's amazing. The weather when I just went, what do you go?
Yeah.
Whoosh, and went around. He was making sound of him. I'm like, this dude he just loves being on the mic.
The White House account was like trying to dunk on the Weather Channel on Twitter.
No,
Y'all see that?
They will pick a fight with anybody.
bro, that's so funny.
They're like, y'all can't stop us, and everyone's like, it's the weather.
It's the weather. We don't get to decide. Find it a little weird though. Elon Musk becomes a trillionaire, then all of a sudden the weather goes around the UFC event. That's all I'll say about that.
We're not saying anything about that. We're just saying.
I'm just pointing something out to the people. I'm not a guy that looks into things. I'm a guy that just observes things. Shit, that's kind of crazy. Maybe I should say something about that and move on. I'll move on from that. So he speaks for a little bit, dude. Hunter Campbell. By the way, dude, not enough people say enough good things about Hunter Campbell. This guy, the amount of work he puts in for UFC, he's the one that he's setting up the fights. He's doing the negotiations. Like, this guy is a full-fledged gangster. Like, he understands this business inside and out. But the thing about Hunter that I love to hate is ultimate pessimist. It's always never good enough type of, he's like the weather and the brig and this and that and we need these fighters to show. He's always thinking about, it's his job to think about the worst case scenario. And I'll touch on that when we get towards the end of the fights, because we go down, we get our tickets, we walk out, and dude, when you're walking and you're able to see this claw that they've made on the White House lawn, and then you look over to the left and it's like the White House perfectly lit over the clouds. On one side is like dark, angry weather clouds, and the other side it seems like a little more clear, like a perfect yin and yang is taking place. And you're walking up the ramp and you walk, and it's like a truly like, I can't believe we're here type of moment. They do the national anthem. They have Army, Navy, military band playing, all the instruments.
Shout out Zach Brown.
Shout out Zach Brown
the show.
hitting the national anthem.
Look great too.
That flyover, best flyover I've ever seen, man.
Gotta be the best one ever.
I don't even know how many jets. They had a baker's dozen just flying. They were literally
Photos
touching.
are so epic.
Yeah, I pulled a photo. I think either the White House posted or UFC posted it, but it is a gas
Taylor was
photo.
scrolling. He's just like, I'm definitely gonna save this one. I just see him screenshot it. When you save the photo,
I did say I held it down. Oh, save photos. I
dude,
got
for the
that
clip,
thing
it's
in.
way funnier if I say screenshot.
You're right. I screenshotted it. All that shit.
I got that.
You're right, dude. Got me again.
Dude, Dana's face during it is so funny.
Electric, man.
Yeah, it's what everyone else felt.
Everyone else felt, and Trump's there. He's got the salute going. Dana's like, oh shit. He's got that. I can't believe we pulled this shit off. Because dude, at Dana's point in his life, he's just like, how do I just do one of one shit over and over and over again? Things that can't be replicated, right? UFC 300 was incredible. It's like, wow, what a fight, what a card. But it's in Vegas. It's at Verizon or T-Mobile Arena, wherever it's at. Then they do the Sphere, which we were able to go to as well, Jackie Boy. Like incredible. Everything was like Mortal Kombat. It would tell a story about these two fighters. Like the visual effects that were taking place were unreal. It's like, well, how do you beat this? And then it's like, we'll go on the White House lawn, the nation's capital, where the president of the United States rests his head at night. And we are going to put on the greatest card that I have personally ever seen in my entire life.
There's
It
only
was.
one way to top it.
Show me. Tell me.
The next destination for one of these cards, if you just follow the lines, connect the dots,
Connect them.
it's Mars with Elon Musk.
Has to be.
The belt for the galaxy.
The belt for the galaxy. Dome.
We're only gonna have 50.
Bro, hey, that is 100% the next move.
A million percent.
There's no way. Yeah. Where do you go? You can't go anywhere else.
That's a Kevin's Natural Food.
That's a clean take. That's a Kevin's Natural Foods clean take. Dude, that national anthem hit. Zach Brown crushed it. We saw him after the fight, dapped him up. Friend of the show, Zach Brown. He seemed like he was ready to get out of there. He had a security, his blinders on. We're like, hey, Zach. And he reluctantly looked up. But then his eyes, he's like, oh, what's up, boys? I'm like, dude, you crushed it. He was a vibe, an absolute vibe. The first fight goes in, and it's like, you get kind of nervous, right? Because our heart's in the game. I've talked to Hunter. We know the weather's coming. Off in the distance, while they're announcing the first fight, you see lightning in the distance, and it's like, oh shit, they're about to really cut it off right now. The night, no matter what, like Dana said, we're going to fight. It's going to happen. I think it's about to get cut off. I don't know where we're going to go. I know where the president and his squads, if they're going to go back in the White House, we might just sit here and through the rain.
Right.
But they get the first fight going, dude. Diego comes out, iron chin as always, and takes a couple, makes it exciting. Second round, binks his ass. An electric photo of him with the White House in the backdrop, him standing on top of the cage. And it's just like, boys, 1 for fucking 1. 1 for 1. Next fight. Go ahead, Jay. You got something?
I was gonna say there's just something about Diego Lopez and just his whole brand, his vibe that fit that moment so perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Everything about Diego Lopez's whole career is just awesome. And so for him to have that photo with the signature cowboy hat standing up or sitting on the octagon was just like, that was cool.
Yeah.
And there was no better person for it.
Did y'all see, like, not even an hour after that, he showed up at FanFest?
Yes.
I did
and
see
was
that
just
clip.
going nuts, which is, I mean, you can't beat a night like that.
Man of the people, dude. I can't imagine when it was like that. It was called, they called it the Eclipse, where they were fighting at, or where they were watching at.
I mean, so many.
Another signaling for the space fight.
Just
Hey, you're on to something.
dude, JP is truly like, he's unlocking something right now.
If not Mars, at least space.
Right,
They'll
at
do
least.
it. They'll do it.
At the International Space Station.
Right, right. Dude, that fight was unbelievable. We're like, oh my God, that's amazing. The next fight, I'll be honest, hand up, boys. This one's on me. I was like, all right, we'll get into it. I know Chandler's next, so I'm not really excited about watching Bo Nickal. I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, of all the fights, I probably have the least care in the world about that. Bo Nickal came out there and put on a fucking show. Put on a show, dude. It was awesome to where I'm like, as he's beating this dude's ass, I don't even know his name, and if I didn't know his name, I wouldn't mention it because he lost. Bo Nickal, I'm a bigger fan of him today than I was 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, next time he fights, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to watch Bo Nickal fight. Unbelievable. Gets him to the ground a couple times, ends up beating him KO. Unreal. So now, hey, boys, we're sitting 2 for 2. Then the heart starts racing, dude. I open my Whoop app on my phone. I'm beating at about 120 BPMs right now. That's beats per minute. And I'm like, bro, Mikey, our fucking boy is about to come out here. NF starts playing. And the walkout's twice as long. So the song plays twice. And I'm okay with that because the song goes fucking hard. He's dialed in. JP and I selfishly are like, are we going to get the point that we got when he was fighting Oliveira?
No.
He goes around once. He looks our way and doesn't. And to me, I'm like, good. He's so fucking dialed in. Couple minutes later, we get the point. And it's like, all right, yeah, it's fun. He's so dialed in. He pointed at us, right? And buddy, I don't know what we need to say about it. I hate it for Mike. I know his heart. I know his competitive spirit. I know his family. My heart breaks for him, man. Because Ruffy came out and he was the better fighter. He was a better fighter that day.
He's a good fighter.
He's a
You'll
great
hear
fighter.
more about him apparently on this episode today.
Yeah.
Volk talked him up.
Yeah,
I
Volk
don't want to
talked him
spoil
up.
it, but he had a quote that was awesome about Ruffy.
It was a banger. We'll leave that. We'll just leave the whole Mike thing. We'll give it to Volk.
Yep.
We'll let him have it when you
Yeah.
guys get in this interview.
Also, on everybody's walkouts coming out through the White House, epic. But the coolest thing, pairing them up with former servicemen and women.
Yeah.
So Mike was with like the oldest Medal of Honor recipient in the country, and then everybody else was walking out with just like legends of the country that and the people that make a country so great.
Yeah.
Which
And
is epic.
what a cool announcement that took place is they had this whole like between every fight they would do these really cool just like kind of like charting our history and telling us about like what America's founded on and the persistence and the hard work and the grit and the bravery, courage that has taken place for us to live in this country. And you're sitting there and like, this is every fight I've been to. There's been a moment where you can get up and go get a water, get up and go get yourself something to eat. There was not a point. And here, like when I went to the bathroom twice during this fight, it's like almost a little jogs taking place. You want to get back because of how well they set everything up. But they start talking about the men and women who have been affected and hurt in battle and blinded in battle, or something that might have happened to them where they can't see anymore. And right after they showed that video, there was an announcement by Dana White where UFC has teamed up with Meta, and Meta's made these glasses that are now helping the blind see. And every service member worker who's been their vision has been affected is now going to get a pair of those glasses. And so there was, there wasn't a bum in a seat the entire time. Like people were just clapping. They would do announcements. People up there clapping, and dude, it was just cool. Like it's it's a unique world we live in now. Like with America and how like polarizing politics have gotten. And I know people like to like really label Bussin' with the boys and myself and Willie. I'll just speaking truly for myself. Like I've always been very patriotic. Like I've loved my country. But sitting there in this moment and seeing all this, I'm like, dude, it's awesome to be American. I know it sounds kind of corny for me just to say out loud, but like the whole vibe you're seeing the whole time is like, dude, it's so sick that I just happened to be born here.
It felt like that at home. I could not imagine it there.
Dude, it was so cool. And then you look around, man, and you have like all these politicians and dumb podcasters, but you have all these politicians, these high-ranking officials like sitting on the floor seats. And then on the outer rim is Army, Navy, Marines. Like you have the rowdy bunch in this octagon or in this arena, and they're lively the whole time. They're coming down showing love, dude. Like to the point where other uniformed officials are like, "Hey, the Secret Service, we have to tell them they cannot come see you guys anymore because like it's a Secret Service thing and they can't come down here." So we had like, I would say 20 people at least. Like every chance they had, they were coming down, hey, Bussin' with the boys, love the show, which is like just super, like just awesome. And so we saw them like they were stopping a couple of these guys from coming down, and they were like, the boys kind of doing one of those. So I go to JP, I'm like, bro, we got to go up there and get a photo of the squad. And so we go up, you probably see the photo now if you're watching on YouTube. Like I'm taking a knee, Willie's right behind me, and we got these Navy boys and girls just like surrounding us, like just true people that just like watching the show.
That's one of my favorite photos.
It's one of my favorite photos
I
of
never
all
knew
time.
Will was in it.
Bro, and the cool thing about this photo is, JP, we get down, I'm like, hey, how sick is that photo look? And he's like, it's trash. It sucks.
The lighting was
The lighting was so bad because it was blue.
It was,
and he showed it to me, and it's like there was nothing special about the original photo that JP took. No joke. Like JP's on his phone for 30 seconds, but he's like just in his phone. He comes back and goes, how about this? And shows me this black and white photo. And I'm like, come on, man.
When in doubt,
That's
black
as
and white.
cool as it gets right there.
It's so hard.
It was bad ass, bro. And I like, literally, yeah, Will's in there. He's wearing light clothes.
I never knew Will
But the
was in that.
contrast of the black suit and all the white, I'm like, damn, bro. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
And shout out to Jackson Perkins, the guy that we met inside the White House party. He's in the Navy. He's a country music singer, the tall dude.
Yeah, the first dude we met when we like got to the last checkpoint, right?
He's moving to Nashville when he's done serving. I think he said he has one more year left, and he's pursuing his country music dream. So
Let's
go
go,
support
man. Go
Jackson
support him.
Perkins. Tall, handsome guy.
Handsome boy. Don't get him around Riley Green anytime soon.
I saw a photo of them together.
Oh,
on
it's
his
already
Instagram.
over.
Yeah.
It's already over. Cause that's a handsome boy right there. And you can see him. He's you know when somebody like somebody knows you,
Mhm.
and their body language just changes a little bit. He from the get go was a homie.
He's
Like
a
he was
dude-
being professional. Welcome to the White House, the boys. Like, he was like dialed in. They're like, oh shit, let's go. Which adds just a crazy new element to like being invited to the White House. It's like you're going to the White House, but also like these men and women in uniform are like, I mess with the show, and it's like, oh, that's fucking nuts, dude. That's just crazy. Where were we? We've
After Mike.
Volk will break down the entire Mike Ruffy fight. After that was Derek Lewis and Hockett. What's his name?
Hockett.
Yeah.
Hockett. Hockett.
Josh Hockett.
Do you mind if I explain the story we had in or the conversation we had in the plane?
Yeah. But then I have to add something at the end.
Fair enough. So we get on the plane. We're talking about all the fights. We're trying to get our bets in via FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook, presented by Bussin with the boys. We're talking about all the fights and Derek Lewis, and JP comes up, and there's like Hockett does this bit of like pretending to be drunk at the weigh-ins and be like, oh, a black guy wants to beat me up. What do you think? I'm gonna be drunk. And like Will and JP are kind of breaking this down. I saw the clip, but I'm not aware of this man's antics. And JP used the phrase like, I'm kind of over it. I think the bit's kind of drawn out. It's kind of annoying to me. Shitting on the boy a little bit. All good. We're allowed to have our opinions. And Derek Lewis is a fan favorite. So I'm sitting there being like, oh, I guess I'm with Derek then. Yeah, absolutely. We get there, dude. And after the fight, the vibes are low for the three of us after the Chandler fight. Like we're like hurting for our boy. And they do the promo intros for both these guys. And Hockett's his first. And he starts doing these WWE breakdowns, monologues. And I'm listening to it and be like, this guy fucks. I messed with this guy. And JP's like, I think I had it wrong, man. I think I was wrong. I think I messed with this guy. And we became, I think in that moment, we're like, okay, we're taking Hockett in this fight.
Yeah.
We're taking it. But what were you going to say? I need you to add something.
When they cut that video, I'm like, man, this is actually epic. Now I see the vision behind this guy's character.
Right.
But then he wins. Insane fight. Like they both just kind of gas
Craziest
out.
moment of the night, dude.
Yeah. He does his post-fight press conference or interview with Rogan, and then that's when I decided to jump back out of the Hockett train, just because it's like it was so close to being like the perfect night for him, and it's like, man, you really can't get out of your way. And I know it's gonna end up on the next, it's probably the most viewed video of the night,
Probably.
except for Sean O'Malley, which
We'll get to the shot.
But yeah, so I was out, I was in, and now I'm back out.
That's fair.
But he's a good fighter.
Because what you're referring to, if you haven't watched UFC or Freedom 250, was the last comment he wanted to say was that Michelle Obama was a man.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna put it back on JP. Like, shout out you getting the video of that comment and then going over to Will, because that expression on Will's face, you got a couple people in the back being like, "Oh hell yeah, she's got a dick," like whatever. But that 95% of that audience sitting in there, right, left, whoever, and we were like, "What the fuck was that?"
It did not hit.
It did not
Definitely
hit.
did not hit. From like
Bro.
the TV copy you could hear, and then when you sent that video, I'm like, confirmed that did not.
It was like,
that did not
all
hit.
right, because at the end of the day, dude, like we talked about polarizing all the thing, but that's a man's wife you're talking about.
Grounds.
You're on
That's
hallowed ground.
a tough one to take away.
You're in the house that she lived in for 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nuts.
It just stinks that we're talking more about this now too. I'm sure like he likes being the villain and the troll, but like what a cool moment he could have had in his career. He swung someone that wasn't even on his side, and then it's like tough.
Yeah, tough, man. I mean, it's just one of those things you
Feed him to
don't
Pereira.
go and do.
Counterpoint.
It was yeah, a little distasteful. But hey, boys, America, freedom of speech. Like he can say what he wants.
Say what he
He can
wants.
say what he
Say
wants.
what he wants.
I don't agree with
He is
it.
entertaining as hell.
Yeah, he was very entertaining to say the least. I know next time he has a fight, we're all tuning in.
Yeah.
We're all going to tune into that. Was he 9-0 now?
Yeah. Or 10-0 now, I think.
And those two bears going at it. I mean, they both get introduced. He's got this little style about him. I will say this about Hokit. I hope I'm saying that correctly because every time I say it, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. When they introduce him before the fight, he kind of gets to the middle to where a couple security guards get in the way of him, and he fucking lays a bird down on Derek Lewis. That's like shit kind of went hard. Now
Photo goes crazy.
this is pre Michelle Obama comments. This is
Yeah.
right after promo. Hey, maybe this guy does fuck.
Right.
And he had the little headband on, the Hulk headband with the glasses and all that. It was sick. And then they go and I think they get to the second round. Like they ended like halfway through the second round, correct? That second round was a shit show. That looked like all of us fighting. Like it was just two guys exhausted,
crazy.
praying to God one of them connect and the other one just give up eventually. Because all those two boys had in them was one round.
Right.
All they had in them. But it was electric fight.
Electric
And
fight.
if you
He
are
can fight.
Another finish. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
athletic.
Hoka can fight, and I didn't know he played in the NFL and stuff
Yeah.
too, which is badass.
Yeah, he was a running back.
I think a fullback for the Niners and the Cardinals, but he's an athlete, dude. He might be the next big star in the UFC, which I guess he is one already. But
Yeah, he's
I don't know. I don't think he'd be able to. I don't think he'd be able to beat Gon. He's too small to fight him. I don't know if he would beat
We'll
Pereira.
see.
We'll see.
you know what? He's got what's the words Volk used? I don't want to butcher this, but he said something about what's it called? Fuck.
I went on for it.
you're crushing it, Clump.
So Sean O'Malley.
No, hold on. What was the word?
Delusional?
Delusional. Yeah, you know what? He might
my
just
word.
go
I
out there
actually use that word.
delusion and just want to fight someone. Like he's about it.
God,
Yeah.
yeah. It last longer than one round.
That is
No doubt that
And
conditioning.
it's not like Derek Lewis was pushing him.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Feed him to Pereira.
Yeah, so that
JP
fight,
said.
dude. So unbiasedly, as a UFC fan with no skin in the game, you don't know any of these guys personally. We're 4 for 4 right now.
Yeah.
4 fights, 4 knockouts. No fight has gone the distance yet to this point. Now they're starting to feel a little whisper of like, could we be sitting on the greatest card of all time? I think this is where we started to be like, we might be sitting in not only history because with the location, the atmosphere, and everything else, but like these fighters and the show that they're putting on, we might be sitting in greatness right now, like cherry on top type stuff. Next is Sean O'Malley. I didn't know the man he was fighting was a Canadian. No idea. That fight got a little personal to me the minute I saw it. Canadian starts to come out. I text Dan, Canadian's about to fight Sean O'Malley. She didn't text me till after the fight. She goes, how'd it go? I go, America. That's all I said there. America. Another one. Been a tough year for Canadians in sports. Been a tough year for Canadians. But Sugar, dude, unique relationship that Bussin with the boys has with Sugar. He was there for the first, when he was in Miami versus Cheeto. Both of them, while they were cutting weight, interviewed with us. We did like 20, 30 minutes with them both to the point where he kind of walks away. We're like, yo, Cheeto seemed like he was a little more of an engaging cat. I think we're going to be like Cheeto guys. Sean puts on just pieces Cheeto up. That he took that knee to the chin that I swear to God would break anybody else's skull in 1,000 pieces. Cheeto stood up and handled it. And then Sean gets the belt, loses it. He's kind of floundering. Like, we don't know what's going to happen with Sean O'Malley. And like, is he going to be the star that seemed like he was going to be before, was it Marav? Took him down and just like, jackhammered him a little bit? Or, is he going to wilter away and we'll never really hear about Sean O'Malley again? So this Canadian walks in, it's whatever. Clearly, the if you are what you say you are, that song starts playing. And people are losing their minds. And it's like, this guy has just as much star power as he did a couple fights ago. Comes in, this boy looks as smooth as it can get. I don't think for one point he was not in a good position in this fight. There may be a couple. Guy caught him on the cheek or the eye a little bit, but for the most part, it was like, oh, that's the Sugar that we've all kind of like grown to like fall in love with. His aura, his energy, and that finish. Holy shit! To piece Cat up. And then as he's falling, hit him one more time and hit him so hard, this fight is over. And hit not one, not two, but 3 salutes before this man's limp body is fully on the ground, is an aura I think we could all strive but never achieve.
The most patriotic knockout of all time.
Of all time. It was incredible, dude. Incredible.
Few people look that cool fighting. Like, he looks cool when he fights.
Yeah.
And the only reason that we still have a good relationship with him is because of Jack.
Because of Jack McPherson. Round of applause for Jack McPherson.
Jackie, man.
Round of applause for Jack.
Shout out Sean, man of the people. And not to correct you, I think he hit 4 salutes.
Oh, thank you, sir. That's a true fan.
I was about
True
to say,
fan. I was so
thanks
caught up
again,
in the
Jackie,
moment.
Yeah,
dude.
Right?
Jack might be his number 1 fan on the bus now.
Dude, and here's the cool thing about this fight. So he does well, first off, Sugar, when he gets done with this fight, like, he's always been like a more of a stoic cat, right? Like, he's really good on a mic, but he doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. You could tell there was something pent up in there because he went up, dapped up 47, Dana, everybody, but then he starts like doing the flex, letting out some screams type of stuff where it's like, oh, this meant more to him than I think we understood it did before this fight, which was really cool to see. Because you want a guy like this with this level of talent, this level of aura, personality. You want this guy to be ascending in the mixed martial arts world. So here's the cool thing about this White House setup, dude, is this happened like after the Mike fight. We walked out and the fighters go right past it. It's very similar to an Apex fight to where the fighters will walk right past you. We go out of the little area and we wait for Mike. We give Mike a little bit of love. I go to take a piss right after this fight's done. He's off the mic. Take a piss, come back. Sugar's in the grass talking to his trainer. And he's like, yeah, my shin, it's a little sore, but I feel fine. And I'm like, Sugar, and he's like, hey man, what's going on? Very back to me, very stoked. I'm like, dude, congrats. Like, you deserve that win. That was awesome. He's like, I appreciate you, man. And I was like, White House lawn. You just always like, hey, White House fucking lawn, dapping up Sugar.
He was sitting down.
No, he was standing, he was chilling. Like he was like with his team, shook all their hands. Hey, dude, that was an awesome fight. You're incredible. Shout out you for being you.
That's
type
so
of thing.
nuts.
And it's just nuts that you're like, yeah, you're just like fully immersed in this world, which is just crazy. Just nuts. So that was 5 fights. We are now 5 for 5 knockouts. Correct? Second to last fight of the night?
Yeah.
Who was it? Why am I messing up my head?
Second to last fight was Pereira.
Pereira and Gone, dude. And we were back and forth a lot on this too, because I think all of us as fans, we want Pereira to win this fight. My brain went to seeing the weigh-ins, noticing how much weight that Pereira put on, knowing that he's going to uncharted waters. This Gone guy, he gets, I think the last fight that I watched of him was against John Jones, where he got pieced up pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the last fight that I saw him.
Yeah. That may have been the one. He fought once because he fought Aspinall, had the eye poke.
Eye poke.
And he beat somebody, I think, but he hadn't fought that much.
And it's like, you want Pereira, but something about Gone and him being at this weight looked a little more like he was naturally able to fit in this weight. He's been there. He's felt the power, those types of things. You don't really know where to go, but your heart is still saying, I want Pereira, Chama, Chama, Chama. They do the intro. Gone comes out first. Everyone, golf clap. Very nice. All right. This is the co-main event. Very cool. Pereira comes out. Those drums start playing. And what's cool about this, I don't know if you noticed this, JP, but like every fight, they were coming out of different rooms and going different spots.
No.
Chama comes out, boom, 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 boom. And there's the way it was like the octagon, like a long walkway, stairs that arch around this, and then a balcony that essentially I'm assuming the president would sit there and give a speech as if, whatever. He goes to the top and hits him with the bow. And it's like, you can't hear him, but you see it, you feel the music, all of it, and you're like, he's got it, man. Something about him. He's just got some energy about him right now. And dude, he didn't have it. He didn't. I thought there was going to be a moment there where a leg kick was going to take place because they're keeping distance for a little bit. Chama's got the leg kicks going to the head, and it's like, oh, one of these boys are going to connect in just a second. It's going to be a problem. I think there was like a below the belt thing, and I'm like, oh, maybe Chama's getting that position a little bit better before he goes and does it, because your heart keeps telling your brain, no, we're right, you're wrong. And then Gone, dude, took care of business the way business needed to be done, and it truly like shout out Pereira's chin. I know it didn't go his way, but like
shots,
taking them straight shots. Like there was no fair dodging taking place there. Like his head was not moving at all. and he took a punishment. And it's impressive to see, dude. It was impressive to see. So we're at 6 fights?
6 fights.
And what are we, 6 for 6?
6 for 6.
All KOs up to this point.
Parlay perfect.
Parlay is perfect, boys. Only thing left is the easiest bet of the night. Ilia Topuria. Go handle business, buddy. Beat Justin Gaethje. My heart's going to break for America, but I've seen this guy live myself against Oliveira, where it's like, this dude's aura is just different than any man we've ever seen. Night's getting long. I heard there's a cold front coming in. Weather might get bad in just a second. We're trying to rush into the main event. And I hear a crazy thing come out of Will Compton's mouth. And that thing is, hey, Topuria's, his walkout's kind of trash. And it's like, buddy, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. The Matador, that music, him coming out, his energy, the fade taking place, he's getting himself a little jog.
From the Oval Office, too.
From the Oval Office, ready to go. It was unreal to you're like, yeah, okay, it's been a fun night. We'll see what happens. Maybe Gaethje's got something in him. But this is Topuria all the way. Boys, we couldn't have been more wrong.
Gaethje had something in him, that's for sure.
Yeah, hey, Gaethje had something in him. Because that first round, you're like, oh, this will be over in the next 5 minutes. They got one more round in them. There's no way Gaethje can say it. There's some of the body shots that Gaethje was taking from Topuria up against the octagon was insane. It's like, how do you not just keel over and call it quits? It's done. But every once in a while, bink, hit him with a little jab. Hit him straight flush in the temple one time, which I believe the news was he broke his orbital bone. That had to be the shot. Had to be the shot. We get in the third round, and Topuria is looking like a demon from a horror movie. His eyes are black, like deep mascara all around his eyes, and just a red face. I have never seen a more intimidating looking figure getting the shit kicked out of them in my entire life. To where after the third round, the doctor comes up and is like, hey, this has got to end. He's like, you're done. And where you see the crowd's like, oh, whoa, let them go, let them go. Chants start taking place in the arena. Let them fight. Let them fight. And it's like, are they going to let him do it? Are they going to let him go one more round? And sure enough, they fucking did. And Gaethje pulled off arguably the greatest upset in UFC history on Freedom 250. And American versus Spain.
What a grind, too, for Gaethje and just in his career to get the belt like this versus the most dangerous guy right now. And his press conference or the post-fight thing, it was like the most authentic post-fight press conference job on the mic that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what's in my face. Like, they need to study it. And the fight was hard. He bust my liver a few times. Like,
yeah.
But I got him back. You could just see his brain.
He was like,
going
I know this is
everywhere.
legendary.
Yeah, he's like, I know this is legendary.
And he's talking about, he's like, I told myself I was going to lose. I knew I was going to lose. It's like, oh, we're watching a real life miracle situation take place.
He's like, so I can go to my most primal state.
Yeah. Just true fight or flight. And that boy got it done. We did talk about, if you're wondering, hey, Topuria, obviously his team throws in the towel. Did Topuria want that? Did he not want that? Did he say he wanted to fight? He was acting like he didn't want to fight. It seemed like, per the group chat and Jeremy Klump, he was trying to quit the entire time. We break all that down with Volkanovski, and I know we've already been pretty long-winded on this intro. But
quit the entire time.
But hey, the night, the day, everything, truly incredible. To where I got, I don't know, 3 hours of sleep. About 3 hours of sleep. We get back around 3 a.m. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this morning I woke up, I go, that was the greatest sporting event I've ever been to.
That's awesome.
It didn't feel real.
It
actually happened.
It didn't, dude. It was crazy, bro. So we get out of the arena and we're walking. It's us and military people. We're like, by the way, they're the homies. Like, these are our boys we got with us right now. We walk through, we dap up Will. He's going one way, we're going the other way to go find our car, which is, swear to God, 35-minute walk is what took place. There's blockades everywhere. We have to go. We want to go this way. We had to go way down, over right, and over right again. Finally, we hit ourselves a nice little wind tunnel because we still got suits on. We've had suits on for 12 hours, and it's been like sweat, dry, to where even Dirty Boy Lou is like, I gotta take a shower when I get home. That's how bad it was. We were stinking up the place. Ain't no way we were in that White House smelling fresh. And dude, we walked through this wind tunnel, and the whole crowd is going this way. We're the only two people going the opposite direction of everybody else. And as we get in this tunnel, two guys, UFC guys, fans, start squaring off, and people immediately phones. People have all their
Everywhere.
phones out. And these dudes are squaring off. Me and JP right through them. No worries. We did not care. We're like, we get the fuck out of here. Not having it. And JP brought up a good point. Go ahead.
That concrete. Anytime that fight's about to take place on concrete in front of all those people, the last thing I want to do is be around it when you hear that on pavement.
Is he okay?
That just scares me.
Did you guys
Don't
walk
wonder.
through, like someone has a video and like you'll see you guys walk through, or
Yeah,
no?
we would be in
There's
the
a bunch of
video.
those.
That's crazy. We gotta find that.
There's a
Not
bunch of
put
those.
on-
There's one guy was like, hey, give me a USA to JP.
Yeah.
He's like, USA. And one guy's like, oh shit, Taylor won. And then we all started like chanting USA together. It was fun. Get in the car, man. Get on that plane. Little hour snooze. Car, sleep. Back here, boys.
Volk.
What a day.
Volk,
And
dude.
Volk was electric, man. Unreal.
Unbelievable interview.
Unbelievable interview. And I know that he was at the fight last night too. He didn't get any sleep. Like 0 hours of sleep is what he got. Came in here, man. And co-hosted today was Clay Matthews. He was absolutely incredible. We loved having him on. He didn't say as many words as I bet he wanted to say, but Volk, the way he was breaking down stories, talking about Australia, his fight life, his ascension into the career, going from wrestling to rugby into MMA, it was awesome, dude. And he was a absolute vibe. We got some fun social content of him beating my ass after.
Show your face.
That was can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Is that right there?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can see it on camera.
The knee, too.
Oh my god.
Low key, you should see his wrist though. You saw the mark he had on his wrist.
His watch scratched his wrist while he was choking. you.
How the watch scratch his wrist from my buddy, from my body, getting on him, dude.
Yeah.
My buddy is my body, dude.
Type shit.
That's all I'm gonna say, dude. So we both took a couple licks.
Yeah, so y'all
I'll say that. But that motherfucker is strong, bro. He's. I know it was all like.
And you were like, how easy was that? And he's like, when you said that, you were like, you want me to go tighter? He's like, that's when I knew you were done.
No, he goes. It was. We were already too far gone from you. Put me in a bad position.
Yeah.
He's like, if you like, I was already out. I'm thinking to myself, I thought I had him the whole time. I legit thought he's like I had him in a rear naked choke. And at first I wasn't squeezing very hard because I'm like kind of nervous, don't know like the tempo. It's a cockfight taking place in the den.
Yeah.
All right. He's like messing with me while there's 11 other guys kind of circled around with their cameras out. We're essentially doing that fight we walk
Right.
past
On carpet, though.
on carpet because we're smarter.
Yeah.
And dude, this dude's strength is incredible. I'm literally 80 pounds heavier than he is. And he was handling me.
For anyone that hasn't seen that's listening to this episode, didn't see that clip of them wrestling outside the bus, please go watch it and just realize that Volk is wearing slides on concrete.
Yeah,
And
there's that too, which sucks.
That's insane. That they didn't fly off. I've seen so many YouTube videos of people in flip-flops fighting where they fall, they fly off.
right. Body control, proprioception's crazy by that boy.
Crazy.
He I really liked. I kind of wanted to keep doing it because it was like I was enjoying myself. And then Clump hit the one more. Hey, we'll just do one more. And then it did strike in my head like, yeah, this is a legitimate fighter who's got to fight soon. Probably. I probably shouldn't. Like, he could get hurt.
And you're twice his size.
And his trainer's like, yeah, just one more. I'm like, okay, let's just be done now. Because I was having fun.
He was all about it.
He was all about it, but it's like, low key, dude, that guy could kill me.
You could tell he was loving it. He was loving it.
He's a homie, bro.
Yeah.
We got to get to Australia.
We do.
We got to figure out a way to get to
Have to.
Australia.
Yeah, I think that's like an actual must for us.
Oh,
Figuring
yeah.
out that trip in February.
But apparently that fight in February was during the football season, allegedly, which sucks.
End of February.
choice.
Still works.
End of
Fork in
February
the
still
road.
go.
For the content, man.
For the content,
would
dude.
say.
For the content. For the content.
LA, correct this year?
Yes, sir.
Australia. I mean,
Easy flight,
it's
huh?
not too far.
Not too bad
I mean,
at
it's
all.
far, but it could be farther.
Yeah. Yeah, not much different too if we make one quick pit stop in Vegas. Right? Quick pit. Yeah. Well, yeah. Pay for my flight, you know. Yeah. I got kids and shit I got to take care of and stuff. You guys know how it works.
Kids and shit.
Kids and shit. What? Hey, great intro. Great interview. You guys were incredible, by the way, all of you. Is there anything we're missing before we dive back in? Go ahead, Clump.
One thing, JP, take it away. World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow. Well, today, as you're listening, myself and Ryan Sobel. Ryan
Sobel, intern.
Sobel will be in Kansas City, unofficial soccer capital of the United States, for the Argentina versus Algeria group stage match of the World Cup, which anytime you have the opportunity to watch a GOAT play, I played soccer my whole life, was my favorite sport, wasn't able to put all the time into it because my dad always said it's a communist sport and there's no fast breaks. And so that's why he didn't support that dream as much. But I loved it. I've loved soccer forever. Whenever you get a chance to watch a GOAT play, I've seen LeBron play. I watched Federer play one time. I've never seen Messi play, especially at a World Cup stage. And there's something about the aura of those guys on the biggest stages that's like a sports fan's just biggest dream. So I'm fired up to go with NUTRL. I'm fired up to see the Argentinian fans. Fired up to see some hopefully Algerian fans because I saw a clip recently. TikTok must have known I was going. But Algeria, apparently sleeper country in Africa to go visit. And they keep a lot of things under the radar. They don't do a whole lot of tourism, but the people are supposed to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, let's fucking go.
JP, quick question. Is it at Arrowhead or is it at Sporting KC?
Arrowhead. Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's gonna be
a banger. I bet you
Yeah,
be
you know
loud,
they're loud
as
there.
shit, dude.
Shout out to NUTRL for that though.
Shout out to NUTRL getting
man.
it done, man.
And speaking of
Big fan
NUTRL,
activation there.
we could tease it a little, but we did something fun with NUTRL. We can't really get into full detail.
Are you talking about
last
the commercial we did for them?
week. Yeah,
That's gonna play on YouTube TV
it was incredible.
digitally.
It was a lot of
in
fun.
college
Great
football
day.
season.
Shout out to Sherm. Sherm did a hell of a
You
job.
talking about the commercial we did?
Yes.
So, we can't talk about
Kidding,
it.
cut that.
We can't talk about it.
No,
I'm
you
messing with
can
Claude.
leave that.
Yeah, I think we can leave
We can leave that, but
Hey,
yeah.
it was awesome. It was unreal. And yeah, let's give a bigger round of applause for Sherm, dude. That was an incredible day. You were awesome, bro.
That was a ton of fun.
I had a blast doing that. I hope we get more opportunities to do that because it is, dude, it's so fun.
That was legitimately fun to get to see Taylor's and Will's energy, but everybody in the shop. It's fun when all the boys are kind of charging, stomping, having a good time.
Hell
was cool.
yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Hey, I feel good about it. You guys feel good about it?
Feel great.
Let's get into this episode with Alexander Volkanovski, an absolute banger. Please let us know how you feel. We should hit Tier Talk.
We should hit Tier Talk.
We have to hit Tier Talk. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry.
These fans.
That's my job.
This one comes from Jared Ladd. You have to eat one flavor. Which one are you eating? Hashtag Tier Talk. Let's see what the flavors are. First one is Ruffles, kitty litter, and clumping. Okay. Next one is Ruffles, motor oil, and grease. Okay.
With 10W through 30.
All right. Next one is Ruffles, heavy duty soap and lather with aloe vera.
Oh, with aloe vera.
With aloe vera. Yeah, probably soap and lather with aloe vera.
That's
It
the
seems
only
like-
one
it
that
seems like
sounds
the-
edible.
It seems the smoothest on the tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, grease, kitty litter. The kitty litter ones was just an out. This one comes from Will Kendrick. Hashtag Tier Talk. Question for Taylor. I'm planning a 30th birthday trip for a group of my friends in Cabo. Wanted to know if you had any recommendations on restaurants, boats, yachts, rentals, or nightlife. No free shoutouts, of course. Will, you've come to the right place, buddy. If you have not got a Airbnb yet, the spot you want to go check out is El Pedregal. All right, it is a gated community, not too expensive to have a place, but you can get yourself a chef, bartender, and it's like $85 a day to have it. And those
That's
people,
crazy.
Pedregal is also like a lot of people want to stay in hotels that are on the water. Pedregal is in the city to where you are a 5-minute drive away from Squid Row, which is where the whole bar scene is, and then Mango Deck is where you're gonna want to be during your day drinking times. That's awesome. If you can find a local, there is a place. It's a little cartelish, so just stick with me here. There is a sushi spot called Sushi Fish. When you walk up to Sushi Fish, there's a door with a slot in the middle. You knock on the door and they open it. This is why you need the local with you. If they recognize the person, you are allowed in. If they do not, they will close on you. You will not be allowed in. I was with one buddy. Shout out Tanner Technini, who actually had a little apartment down in Cabo at one point in his life. Took me to Sushi Fish. Some of the best sashimi I have ever had in my entire life. It was absolutely incredible. And it's not like you truly have to know somebody. You have to know somebody to be able to get into this place. So find yourself a local. Hopefully he knows where Sushi Fish is. And get in there. Get out when you're done eating though. Get out when you're done eating. But I'm a huge mango deck guy. The Squid Row, in my older age, I'm not a big Squid Row, those bars area guy. But mango deck, fun for day drinking. A lot of fun stuff at the beach. They do like the push-up competitions. They do a lot of different
And
competitions.
it's his
and stuff
Dirty
like that.
30. Maybe that's a place he wants
Dirty
to
30. Have a little fun, right?
Yeah,
Have a
yeah.
little fun. Every corner, someone's going to try to sell you drugs. Don't buy the drugs.
Yeah.
Don't buy the drugs.
It's always a smart move.
Don't buy the drugs. Dude.
Yeah.
All right, keep it clean. Just drink booze. Rookie Moody, where is Clay Matthews merchandise? The people want to know.
Damn negotiation.
Yeah, I mean Clay wants a cut of everything, dude. So like, I would love to give you guys Clay Matthews merch, but I also want to keep this business afloat. You know?
We need to pay rent.
Well, yeah, we got to pay rent. Maybe we can do like a drop.
Clay's gonna hate
Locker room season, there will be.
Locker room season. We should
Matthews
definitely
merch.
do a drop for Clay and Delaney. We'll make it a little competition. Who can sell more merch in that 6 month time
Ooh,
period, right?
now there we go.
Winner actually gets something. Don't know.
I love that idea.
I don't know. That was a brainstorm.
That's a good idea.
That was a brainstorm. Let's do. We got any more to talk?
That's it.
That's
it.
it.
On Tier
Oh,
Talk.
perfect. That's simple, easy, effective. Boys, girls, loved ones of all ages, thank you so much for joining us on this intro. Please enjoy this interview with Alexander Volkanovski. It has been incredible. Subscribe, comment. Love you. Goodbye. Winner of this episode to bring you NUTRL. NUTRL tastes great. So much better than any seltzer I've tried. It comes in a variety of flavors, talking about pineapple and lime. They have a new variety fruit pack featuring peach variety 12 pack. New flavors, peach and blueberry, perfect for social occasion. It is a crowd pleaser. As the FIFA World Cup 26 kicks off, think at home watch parties in the backyard and day drinking as the biggest sporting event of the year touches down on U.S. soil. On-premise bucket deals are the perfect way to celebrate the FIFA World Cup 2026, aka time to text the group chat, grab a bucket of NUTRLs, and kick it with the boys as you watch the games this summer. NUTRL, keep it tasty. Also, we're brought to you by Form Energy. Form Energy delivers a best-in-class taste with natural flavors and zero sugar. Form Energy has natural caffeine derived from green tea. Form comes in a variety of flavors: Screamin' Freedom, Grape Smash, Blue Blitz, Orange Fury. It's perfect for those who put in the work. Last night, I was in Washington, D.C. 3 a.m. I get to Nashville. 7:30, I wake up, and what do? Crack a Form Energy because I had a lot of work to put in today, and I feel fantastic doing it. Let's get back to this episode. Please enjoy Volk. This interview is brought to you by the one, the only Bud Light. Volk, I'm sure you've had a couple of those. Bud Light is always brewed for simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. People do anything for a clean, crisp Bud Light. Bud Light partners, official sponsors are NFL, NFL Draft, UFC, which is now on Paramount Plus. Bud Light partners include Peyton Manning, George Kittle, Baker Mayfield, Emmitt Smith, Shane Gillis, Post Malone, Dustin Poirier, Bruce Buffer, voice of the UFC. Stock up on Bud Light now. Go to www.budlight.com/locator to find a store near you. Very special guest. You heard me just break down Freedom 250 that took place on the White House lawn while 3,800 individuals, military, politicians, and this dumb individual you're staring at right now got to watch an amazing 10 out of 10 fight while 85,000 people sat in the corner, just off in the distance. I think it was the largest ever for a UFC fight, people being in one place watching a fight. But our individual today is the undisputed featherweight champion of the world right now. My man comes from the land down under. We're talking about Australia, grew up in a little bit of rugby, decided I'm done with the rugby game. I'm now going to go to mixed martial arts. A fan favorite. Please give a round of applause for Alexander Volkanovski. I gave you my breakdown as we started, but I love to hear, because you were cornering for Ruffy last night, correct?
Yes, I was.
So give me your perspective as a person who's not from America. Like, what did you think of the entire setup?
I mean, even not being from America, you still felt it. You still felt the atmosphere was, I don't know, it was weird. So even when we walked out, so the whole thing's crazy, right? So even where you're training and all that, you're in you're in some pretty cool buildings, man. What I mean? This isn't normal what we're doing to what we usually do, or even just in general, right? You don't be anywhere near the White House, training for a fight or anything like that. So it's pretty crazy. I couldn't tell you the exact building we're at. It's one right next to the White House, but even that was awesome to train there. But as soon as we got out, Like, I don't know, the atmosphere was, you just get mad atmosphere from crowds and whatnot. It was just it was different. It was like a powerful, I don't even know if that makes sense, like a powerful atmosphere. Like, I don't know, like power was coming through the air or something. I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. Like, it was insane. Honestly, it was just while we're going through and, yeah, man, it was crazy. It really was. Like, just to be there, even the breeze that come through and all that. I don't know. It just something about it. It just
freedom.
felt.
That's
freedom
exactly
right
that is. Because
Yeah.
you got two dumb patriots sitting over here being like, yeah, fucking America's the best. And I'm sure you deal with it being over here a lot. It's like, guys,
Yeah,
it's a little too fucking much sometimes.
I was about, I'm here, I was giving you all these pops. I wanted to just throw in a land down under, something
Yeah,
down there.
yeah.
But honestly, it was incredible. It really was. So to be a part of something like that was just awesome. Because, Ruffy was one, obviously, that went in there and fought. But for me to even just be in the corner there, it was incredible just to be a part of it.
What is your, when you go through, like, so we both played football, American football, and everything is kind of regimented. You have your times, your schedule, everything. When you go play an away game, coaches will go over what the atmosphere is like. This is the time we're going to walk out. And when that happens, we'll warm up. They break down everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get into a situation like this, which is a one-of-one where you're sitting outside. There could possibly be weather delays. When you're sitting there with Ruffy and you're watching all the distractions that are taking place, how are you watching him handle that? And then how do you think you would handle that as well? Because it is so different than, being in Las Vegas or MSG or in Australia in your hometown.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's not a normal event. UFC usually run a tight ship. The schedule's usually on point. They do a really, really good job of that. But this is different, right? This was so different. This was like we're getting told from the get-go, all right, it's going to be an hour delayed. So we're going there. We were there very early and we're like, oh man, like, all right, we're just going to have to lay around for a good, hour and a half before we even start getting ready. But then they're like, all right, nah, it's back on schedule. And then it's like, oh, we might wait a little bit. So it is different. But the whole time, just got to be like, we're expected that. We already talked about it. Make sure the athletes know, make sure the coaches know that it could rain. It could get slippery out there. It could be very hot. You be prepared for these things. We don't know exactly what to expect. So just be ready to go with the flow. So you got to try and at least let your athlete know that anything can happen. And, just go through it. We'll stick together and we'll get through it together. But, just don't, it's a tricky one. For me, as an athlete, I'm pretty good with these sort of situations. Like, I can adapt and adjust to so many, whatever. If something comes my way, I'm adjust. Like, if I've got a crowd booing me, I'll use that as motivation. If I've got them cheering me, I'll use that as motivation. Whatever's happening, I'll make it work. But I can't say that for every other athlete. So I just wanted to make sure that, he was well aware that things might happen, things might change, it might rain, which is probably better for you. Even just, look, if it rains, it doesn't matter. More slippery. He's going to want to take you down. Harder to take you down. No worries. So just try and have a positive outlook on it. Because that's another thing for me that I wanted to, me being a part of his team. Like he come over and wanted to work on the ground game and stuff like that. But not only that, just have that sort of mentality, that mindset, like that championship mindset or mentality, championship mentality, we say. So just all the little things that go with that. And that's something that, I wanted to work with him on because, fighters, there's a lot going on and it's, you're about to go in a cage and fight for your life type thing. So you got to sort of keep your head screwed on, and it's not easy, but he did really good.
Yeah.
Was there ever any talks of you fighting on this card, or were you opining to get on? I know with your last fight, there might have been enough time as far as, your next opponent, mobs are, figuring out who's going to be next in line. Was that something you want to be a part of, or?
I mean, it'd be a part of an event like that for sure, but the timing wasn't going to work. So I had a little injury that from the last fight, going into the last fight, so I just had to take care of that. So the scheduling just wouldn't work for me. But it would have been crazy to be a part of that. You know what I mean? So, but again, in me and them situations, like change the times, whatever. If it's raining, I'm gonna make it work all good. But man, it was incredible.
It was awesome. How do you put yourself in a position to be in another fighter's corner? Like, how does a relationship? Like, what's your relationship like?
Yeah, how'd that come to be?
Yeah, because if like Clay was like coming over from the Packers and be like, hey, I'm gonna teach you how to block this guy or teach you how to work. I'd be like, what are we talking about here? Like, I'm not gonna have a guy from a different team essentially.
Well, I know he's in a different weight class, but I mean, as far as, I think he was with the Fighting Nerds before he came over. Is that something after his Benoit fight where he, was taken down quite a bit? He wanted to work on wrestling with you. How does that come about?
Well, I think so. So, well, it originally started with Engage is a brand, like a fightwear brand that I'm a part of. I'm an owner as well, and he come on board. So he was one of the athletes. So we sort of connected there. So we've met a couple of times, but then. So my manager manages him as well, and he was over there for in France, and it didn't go well. That was against Saint Benoit Denis. I think I said that right. Yeah, I should be better with that.
Nice. It was very nice.
Yeah. And then he obviously didn't do the best, right? Like, so it was things that he wanted to work on, and that's sort of where we come in, like that takedown defense and stuff, like scrambling and all that sort of stuff is my world. I'm pretty handy there, you could say. So that's why we were originally always going to work together. But then it ended up happening that we were fighting on the same card. So he come and did his camp, and then we got to really fine tune all those in that short amount of time. It's not just teach you all these techniques, but get that mindset mentality around, the direction you need, or just like, never giving up, like, all the right stuff that you're going to need. And obviously sort of concepts and things that, I can teach you, certain things, but now you can make it your own, and you can use this sort of mentality, this mindset, to just really make it your own. Whenever you're in these positions, you don't have to be like, I've got to remember this technique or this one. I just got to know I got to get to here, got to get there, make it work. Don't sit there, don't settle, don't be like, oh no, this ain't good, like that type of stuff. So that's sort of just how it started, and he just wanted me to be in his corner. I'm like, at the White House, okay, done.
Yeah, simple.
Now, is that something you might pursue moving forward, cornering more people? Because I know, when we, at least for me, having young children, some boys, like I'm at the point now where I can't do what I did on the football field, but I love imparting wisdom on that. And I know it looks like you're really enjoying coaching some of these guys and being in their corner, but I know you've also got a family, you got a farm. I mean, what is, not to look too far in the future, but we're going to be 38 soon, you know what I'm saying? But
I'm hearing you. But nah, look, it's not something, it's not something I want to do. As you said, I've got a family. This fighting game already keeps you very busy, and you got to travel quite a bit. So it's a commitment. Whatever I do, I'm going to do 100%. If I was going to be a coach, that'll just take too much time away from my family. I'll always be there to help. With the cornering stuff, like all that is cool, but I actually rather coaching in the gym. I really I get a lot out of really breaking down techniques and just because I learn a lot when I get to break down these techniques with the athletes. So I get a lot out of that. So I really enjoy that. So when he comes over and I get to really go over these sort of things, it's pretty cool. But the cornering stuff, obviously, it's cool. I enjoy it. It's a great atmosphere and honored to be a part of it. But I see myself just helping, around the gym here and there. So that's just going to be better from a scheduling.
Did you see yourself doing anything in the booth, like commentating, breaking down fights as they go?
I don't know, because I've got my own YouTube channel, so I do a bit of my own like breakdowns of fights and whatnot. So I don't mind that sort of stuff. But again, like it's if you were going to be on the UFC commentary team, they travel, mate. They travel. They're all over the place. It's crazy. They travel more than the fighters, way more than the fighters. So I don't know. I just don't see myself doing that.
Right now.
Do they pay more than the fighters? Because I know there's a lot of NFL in American football. I'm just saying, you got guys retiring to make more money in the booth.
Yeah, you're talking about Tom Brady. So Tom signed a $300 million contract.
Russell Wilson.
How much did he get?
More than he would make as a backup. All I'm saying is it could be lucrative, but maybe not. Maybe not in the UFC.
Well, it just depends where you are in your career too, right? Like obviously these guys that are on the come up, they're not going to be earning the money that compared to the guys at the top. So it just depends. I doubt the money's going to be as good as. Well, if it's that good, maybe I will consider it. I don't have to get punched in the face.
Everyone's got a price to take care of. 100%. Do you feel bad about what happened to Michael Chandler last night?
I was feeling a bit bad. But
because he's like the nicest guy ever.
too happy for Ruffy and in the moment. Like I'm banging they've probably got a camera set right in front of you. This thing's just having an earthquake. It would have looked like an earthquake for the way I was going nuts. So that was I was more hyped up about that, but feeling bad at the same time, like because I knew that going in, like that's
stylistically. I'm
just like, man, like at the White House, and look, I like Chandler, but I mean Ruffy's so good, and I'm like. At the White House, Chandler, this is going to be a big moment for him, man. Like, because I was quite confident that that's what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. But, you're still going to be going into the weekend, like, you never know. It's MMA. Anything can happen. So you're still going to get a little, like, I get more nervous for cornering than I do fighting. And really? I'm not bullshitting. That's like 100% truth. Like, I'll go there and I'll get more emotional. And, you won't see me. I don't even celebrate like that for my own fights. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm quite chill usually. Like I go into the cage and I'm like, oh yeah, right, you got to do this, got to do that. With there, I'm like, oh, remember that trial, got to remember this, got to remember that. I get way more nervous, which is
really well. After watching Hoofy's last two fights, and he's in lightweight, right? Gaethje, yes. Topuria, that's lightweight as well, right? Mm-hmm. If Topuria is going to be on ice for a little bit, I could see that being the next title fight for Gaethje. I mean, because aside from that BSD fight where Hoofy was taken down, I mean, he knocked out Fiziev. This last fight, and then he did what he did to Chandler. I mean, he's looking good, and especially like you said, to do it at the White House lawn and kind of put his name out there and show up on such a grand stage. I'm not a matchmaker. We don't matchmake, but I could see it happen.
Yeah, man. Like
it's a good one.
Obviously, there's a lot of hype around him. Very exciting, finishing fights. So the UFC do love that, but you do have guys like your Armins who supposedly turned down being the backup.
Yeah,
which. For me, I've always been the guy. I'm not going to let anyone take an opportunity away from me. So if I'm next in line, I'm not going to let someone be backup and then all of a sudden they're next in line. Like I literally did this for when Max fought Frankie Edgar. I was sort of next in line anyway. I just beat Aldo. I was next in line, but they were having the fight, and I'm like, I don't want someone else to go and be the backup. Because what if they have to, even if something does happen, so they have to fill in, they win, then there has to be a rematch, and I'm sitting here going, what am I doing? You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't let this happen. So I went over there and made sure I was going to be that guy. So Armin not doing that, I think, is going to hurt him. And the UFC, they like to favor. If you do them a favor, you be a company man. They will look after you. Like Lopes, look at him. He's looking at opportunities. That bloke's getting. You said you've been to all the big events, 300. He was at all of them, right? So he's getting there. Like, we'll give him this, we'll give him that. Got 2 title fights in a row,
right?
It's you do these things. You're exciting, and you're a company man. You don't say no. You're like, oh yeah, sweet, I'll take this guy. No worries. Right. Like, they'll look after you. So. He's probably should have been fighting, right?
Yeah.
But that didn't happen, and you do have a BSD, which is, I can see that as well. Like he's obviously had some big wins, and he's got a win over Ruffy. But as you said, the moment that Ruffy had at the White House, maybe he gets in there.
Yeah.
No, I just get sick to my stomach, man. I get sick to my stomach because I'm sitting there. And so Michael Chandler, he lives about 5 minutes away from me in Nashville.
Okay, yeah.
He's my boy. I've known him since he was like leaving
he's from
Bellator.
Nashville.
He's from Missouri, but he lives in Nashville now.
Oh, really?
He lives here.
Oh, okay.
And so I met him when he was leaving Bellator, going to the UFC for the first time. And we were kind of like got introduced through my other co-host, Will Compton, who's here sometimes. His like one of his dudes knew.
I'm just filling in today.
Yeah. So Clay Baby's doing a phenomenal job. He's breaking down these UFC fights. So I've like grown to love him, his family, his kids, all those things, and I love it. And I see him, and then what Ruffy did to my boy. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
It's a fight game, baby.
And then I got to sit here on a bus with you, which, by the way, I've enjoyed every single moment we've spent together so far. The foundation is absolutely beautiful. But you're like, I kind of saw this happening.
Yeah.
What about Mike's game? Do you look at it and you're like, I can see this happening because of the way his defense is, because he's shown the last couple of fights where he's a little more. He's not as offensive as he has been in the last, in the early parts of the
last
UFC.
few years, right?
Yeah. So when you were sitting there with Ruffy and you're like, oh, I think you can get a head kick, keep your distance. Clearly, there's length there. But what was it that you guys were like, we're fairly certain this is going to happen?
Well, for me, you're right. Like, he's going to have a game plan. He's going to be like, all right, I'm not going to get too careless. I'm not going to get too wild. But Ruffy's style, he brings this like presence. He gets sort of in your face where you don't have a choice to either run where you just don't want to run the whole time, or like he almost forces him to like panic punch. And he's a counterfighter. He's like, yeah, go on. Like you feel like the shot's there. He gets in your face, and it's either something spins coming at you, or shit, I better do something. You know, I'm getting cornered over here. So I just knew that Ruffy sort of putting that pressure on him, knowing how Chandler is, he's going to have no choice but to go here and there. He didn't go as much as I thought he would. So even when I was trying to give Ruffy a look, I was making sure I was moving quite a bit, sort of how Chandler did do, level changing, couple of fakes and whatnot. I knew he would shoot a fair bit, but now Ruffy's takedown defense as well, he's getting so much better. So I thought, he would have that under control. And with Chandler, he loves to be exciting. So he fires big punches, even when he goes for the takedown. He doesn't go for this nice technical takedown and works control. He goes for like, I'm taking you to the moon, to the ground. We're doing rolls like from that momentum, you know what I mean? So it looks cool, but it's very hard to control. So like that's why, I've been working on so much with Ruffy to, make space and to capitalize on the space that's made. Because, if someone's nice and heavy and like, got a good top pressure, can make things more tricky. But I just knew the way Chandler would take it down, even if he did, would be too much space. He would build back up and then he'd just be forced on the feet again. And I also, sorry, I'm taking long with this.
But hey, listen, this is a podcast. We want you. I want you to talk. Yeah.
I'm just rambling because 1 hour sleep from the,
Because as you're breaking it down, I'm thinking to myself, it's incredible how much like the techniques. Because I'm just a dumb pedestrian who loves watching the sport, and you see the takedowns, and I know like the casual fan is like, oh, that's kind of boring. These guys are just rolling around the ground. People start booing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you're talking about top pressure, aggressive moves. It looks good, but it's not. It's like it's all fascinating to hear. So sorry for interrupting.
No worries, man. There's so much in it. But Ruffy, he's like his striking is incredible. Like obviously we can watch that and know that. But I mean, I believe it's some of the probably the best striker in the UFC when it comes to the eye. The accuracy, he's so accurate, and just the understanding. Like there was pretty much everything he threw, he was telling us he was gonna do this, or why he wants to do this. When I do this, he's gonna really even the jabs. He's like, oh, these jabs are gonna really, really stun him, and and he was explaining exactly what was gonna happen when he did these things. Everything he did in training, he did it all out there, to a T. I mean, it was just incredible. So knowing that whoever stands in front of him has to deal with that is going to be in big trouble. And so I already knew he's got to have a good chance against a lot of people. But with Chandler, it was just that little bit more as well. I just thought that he would end up putting there. I know Chandler's a gamer and he's just going to be like, I can't be cornered too long. I'm just going to have to fire. Yeah. And that's just... He's a type of guy he loves to. You're punching. He'll let it touch the skin of his face and go with it and just throw an uppercut like this, like that accurate. The timing's that perfect and the precision, I'm going to be a little more safer with that. I'm going to probably be a couple inches further back. You know what I mean? Or maybe even more. You know what I mean? I'm going to have a few safe nets, if that makes sense, right? I'm going to make sure my head's a little bit off center where, his line's here. I'm going to make sure it's probably over here, maybe a little bit further back. He's not. I'm going to be right there where you should be able to hit me. It's not only feel, you even should. But because he's that confident as well, in his striking, that he will just counter exactly as you're firing. And seeing him even training when he's hitting pads, and oh man, it's incredible. It really is. So that's why you got to see a bit of it, but we still haven't seen nothing. You just watch the fights coming and you're going to be blown away.
Yeah. How much of everything you just explained to me is something that's natural to the athlete and something is a learned technique? Because you're talking about just you fighting the couple of safety nets. I'm going to have my head in this position instead of this position. When you're getting into the mixed martial arts game, are people telling you hey, you kind of have a knack for this, the way you understand where the body's at and all that? Or is this something that it's a learned trait that most men could acquire over time?
Man, good question. I think it's a bit of
Hell yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that's what I wanted, boys. We got one.
Yeah, because it's a bit of both.
Yeah,
it's a bit of both. Like you definitely need good coaches to teach you things and get a good understanding, but you want your coaches to be able to tell their athlete, the reasoning behind certain techniques and why you should do this, why you should do that. And then it should be the athlete doing them, but then making it their own, if that makes sense, right? Where some people's like, you will get some coaches that are like, has to be this way, has to be. And I'm not a fan of that. You know what I mean? Way. Like,
I agree.
Yeah, and you will see it, and it's not good. Like, the guys, you should be teaching your athlete these things. Give them all the techniques. Give them the understanding, and then let's build that around his style. So that's something that I don't know where he would have got it. I feel like the Brazilian sort of striking, when you got your Pereiras, your even Prates as well, like Mauricio Ruffy, like their striking is, like they love to, like what I was saying, where he will like invite you. Like Pereira's the same. He'll stand right in front of you. Like he'll hop in front of you. Like
he was kind of standing there last night.
Yeah. But that's how he is. He's like, come on, like hit me, and then he would like try and counter you at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's that sort of style. I don't know if there's certain coaches, a lineage of coaches that sort of taught that. But then they've obviously different styles. You look at Pereira's to Ruffy's, it's different, but like still similar concepts, same concepts. But he's definitely made his own. But like even with his coach, while they were like going over some of the pad work and some of the techniques, or like just some of the things, you'd be like, oh no, when you're throwing it, do it this way, and just sort of directing a little bit, not having too much control, but he understands exactly what he's doing and what he knows his opponent's going to do. He knows how far that punch is going to go, exactly what line it's going to go at. I want you to do this, so he could just find that perfect spot where it's just, it's impressive. It really is. It's incredible. So it's big things coming from him for sure.
Yeah. You talk about your, physical ability versus, kind of having it. I'm curious, where did this come from? What made you want to start fighting? Because I know just from, doing our research on you, you obviously, you won a national title as a wrestler, you played rugby, but at some point you decided, hey, I want to go fight. Yeah. At that point, were you thinking, I'm going to go make millions and I'm going to go be world champion? Or was this just something you had a knack for? Where did that start from? Because, it sounds like you were an incredible athlete. So obviously it makes sense why you've had so much success, but just, you're not your typical story that people hear where it's like, I had nothing, I had to fight, I'm from the favelas, whatever it might be. So I'm curious, how you got into the game.
Yeah, I've always loved martial arts. Always loved it. It's always something I wanted to do. Even when I was, because I started, my first sport was soccer, football. And then I did wrestling. I only did that for maybe a year or two. Wasn't too long. Then I was playing rugby league for a while.
Quick time. You only did wrestling for a year or two?
Yes.
Okay. Onward. Carry on. Sorry. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of people.
We'll get back to that. Yeah.
Just won a national title. I did that for a couple of years. My man did a side quest and won a national title.
In saying that, I will say the wrestling isn't as big as it is here in the States.
Fair enough.
What I mean?
Fair enough.
But I mean, I've obviously pretty natural at that sort of stuff. I've got a natural feel for that. So I did do that. It wasn't for too long, but I was playing rugby league. But that whole time, my family always been into martial arts, and I was a big fan of UFC. I didn't even know about it. How I found out about it is, you got, I always feel like I'm going to get myself in trouble with this, but you get the chips. So we used to have a chip where you had like a
pirating. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it was a.
Oh, you talking about bootlegging?
Yeah, bootlegging.
There was a chip that had the Fox there with all the channels, the main event and all that. It wasn't me. I didn't do that.
Yeah, that was you. You were at a friend's house.
Someone in my household.
Yeah, you were at a friend's house.
I was just a kid, man. All right. But anyway, I was. So that was happening. The mate, I just one day, I remember watching a bit of WWF. And Ken Shamrock. I knew Ken Shamrock from that. And then, is that a wasp?
Shit, that's a wasp.
I was like, I eyeballed that here. And then it got a bit closer to you.
You're going to break the window.
Whoa! Oh, it's on me!
You get coffee.
Yeah, it's fucking this moving still.
Use your
This
foot.
will not die.
Use your foot.
No, dude.
We got there.
Coffee on his face. Hey, we're tough though in the States.
Tell
Us
you what,
football
dude.
players, we're tough.
Pretty intimidating when you got out of that wasp.
Yeah, man.
Shot of
Yeah.
that wasp, wasn't it? Because I saw this photo right here, and that's a different man right there. You see that right there? Look at that.
That is there, 100%.
That's a different boy right there, huh?
Yeah, for
Look
sure.
at the thighs
That
on
was
you.
there. It's thick. He was thick.
What's that guy doing if a wasp lands on his shoulder?
He's like, he ain't missing it for one. He would get in one. I won't miss it. And it's dead in that one
That
shot.
bitch came out of nowhere, dude. You see him? Trespassing. That was crazy.
I should have gave you the heads up a little bit earlier. I seen it there.
Oh,
I'm
you
like-
saw him?
Well, I seen it crawling in. It was here next to the headphones there. I'm like, oh, that's a wasp. But anyway.
Focus.
I'm here,
It's
mate.
legit,
Australia got all like, crazy things wanting to sting you, bite you, and
Yeah, how do we deal with that in Australia? That's
You just-
that's terrifying. Come on, now.
Look, it's
9
not
of
as
the 10
bad.
most deadliest snakes in the world
Yeah, man, it's
are
it's
in this spot.
It's nuts, mate. Like it is nuts because we do have all them, but you don't see them every day. It's not like you see them. They're gonna go do their own thing. You know what I mean? They're not there. And what were we talking about? I think it was WWF.
Yeah.
So Ken Shamrock, and I was a big fan of him. And then I end up looking main event, and Ken Shamrock's doing this when he was doing the Tito, fighting Tito. So this was when the first time I watched it, and that was live, and like live on the main event pay-per-view. And I'm like, wait, what? Ken Shamrock's doing this real fighting thing, like what? And that's when I watched it, and I was hooked ever since. So it was that's something that I always wanted to do. Or even before I was even training. Remember, I wasn't even training till I was 22 years old. But I was like a 16-year-old being like, oh yeah, I'm going to be UFC champion one day. Like, never stepped foot in a gym before. But it's just we dream, right? But
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, you're right. Go.
No, I was just gonna say, like, so you're 16 years old, you're watching this saying, are you surprised by your own success?
Of course
Yeah.
I am. Like because you sit there and be like, people could be like, I envisioned this as a 16-year-old. It's like, yeah, we envisioned a lot of fucking things when we were 16, right? Like,
millionaire, yeah.
You know what I mean? I envisioned that was because I played rugby league at the time, that I was going to be in the NRL and scoring tries, winning a game try, you picture a lot of different things, right? So it was something that I did want to do. But like, I don't like talking about it. When you're young, silly, you can probably know from being involved with altercations that you can handle yourself as well. So I've always been known exactly
the way
like
I
that.
handled that.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like I know I can keep my
Push
family
comes to
safe.
shove.
I'm keeping my family safe against a wasp. So, yeah. Onward. Go ahead.
So like you sort of know. So something I always wanted to do, and then playing rugby league. I think this might have been this was the last game, my last game of my rugby league career, and I was we won the grand final. I ended up scoring a try. I got like player of the match. I'm like, hey, it's a good year to end. I'm gonna go do the fight thing because in saying that, actually, I had a couple of fights. So I was training already through this year. I trained. I was playing and training and fighting. I even had a couple of fights that year as well. So that was something, but I said, this is going to be the end of it. We won, finished on that. How good's this? And then went in there, and obviously the rest is history. So it's just something that's always wanted to do. So your question was, how did it sort of come about? Something I always wanted to do. I literally started, I went to the gym the first time to just keep fit pre-season for rugby league. And then I loved it. Then that's when I stayed and trained and did both sports that year, and I'm like, that's it, I'm going all in. And I was 22 years old when I first started training, so that was not started like fighting, like even training. First started training, which is pretty late, for any sport, right?
Yeah. What do you guys usually start in UFC? If you're looking at the straightest line possible
MMA.
for UFC,
MMA.
MMA,
Yeah.
straightest line possible. Like when are kids starting?
Well, now
Oh, no.
Because I
it's
got
kids.
Yeah,
Now
I got
kids-
8 and 5 year old that are in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Exactly
right.
right.
Now.
So now you got and you're seeing them come through now.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing these guys come through, even like your Ilya Topurias and whatnot, that are just like roofies, and like they're so well rounded, and they're so creative, and they just got such a good understanding, like because they're starting as so young.
Yeah.
So you're just going to see it obviously evolve. Like any sport, it's just going to get better and better. But it wasn't that long ago that most people maybe had a kickboxing background, or it wasn't that long ago that these were the guys that were going all starting at 22 years old, because it wasn't a big sport where people wanted to do. Now it's so big, and you got gyms in every block, or every town's got a gym. So now you're getting kids literally starting, at a young age. And another thing, a lot of your athletes, like you're probably athletic sort of people, are in other sports all these other years, right? Like earlier on, over here you're going to get a lot of them that don't want to do, NFL and all these other bigger sports. But now it is getting so much bigger that you're getting kids starting, like athletic kids that, I want to do this. This is, they see a path. They see champions, they see how famous they could get and whatnot. And like, I want to do this. So you're getting so many people starting now, and then you just, the level's just going to get higher and higher.
Yeah. So you're 22, you start training.
Yep.
When do you first get, when did you realize, okay, I'm going to be able to make it to the UFC?
I believed it from the start, to be honest. But again, I'm sure a lot of people
that's the best part about an athlete or a competitor is the level of delusion that it takes to achieve, right? Because
of course,
as soon as when I was in high school and I got an offer from a college, the first one was a very small school. As soon as I got that offer, I was like, oh, the path is clear. I'm going to the NFL.
Yeah.
And so then you have to live with that level of delusion because you see the path. It's so as clear as day. So I fully understand that thought process.
I feel like being delusional, it stays there a little bit too. For us, you sort of need it. There's going to be times where, if you make a decision and, okay, I'll give you a good example. So with the late note, I don't know if you know about my late notice fight with...
I was just about to say, when you sign on with 11 days notice to fight the pound for pound best in the world.
Yeah, so Islam, I've already fought him. We had obviously that, very, very close fight. The rematch that we wanted to do. I'm coming off surgery because in my elbow, coming off surgery. Wasn't training too much, to be quite honest. I usually train all year round. I'm always training, but this was just a timing thing where it wasn't. And I was on holidays and partying and whatnot. Then I end up getting the call up straight after a holiday, and I'm like, all right, what do we do here? Then I'm talking to my manager. My manager's, obviously we're going to get a new contract. I'm looking at it as this rematch is never promised. I might not get this rematch, you know what I mean? But I can get it right now. New contract. My decision I make is I'm doing it. So like I told you, I'm coming off surgery, no training, whatnot. But I literally told myself, not only told myself, I believe delusional. I guess I had no choice because I made that choice. All right, I'm delusional that I am going to be the most dangerous I've ever been. I literally told myself that. I've never been this dangerous. I know I can't go the 5 rounds. I ain't going the 5 rounds. I don't want to go 5 rounds with Islam right now. I need to finish him. So I've never had that sort of mindset going into a fight. I'm gonna put the pressure. I'm gonna be right in his face. I knew that, I'll be in a position where he's going to spam kicks. We knew that. He's going to go body. He's going to go high. We knew that. But I'm going to be in a position where I can put hands on him. And I'm like, this is going to be the most dangerous I've ever been. You know what I mean? I literally thought that's what was going to happen. Went in there, I couldn't even pull the fucking trigger. You know what I mean? Literally. And then it makes sense because I'm like, you weren't even sparring. You weren't doing anything. How are you going to get, your reactions aren't going to be there, right? The timing, the distance, it's just you're not going to see the shots like you would if you're training every day, sparring every day. But there's no one could have told me any different. I literally thought that I'll be there. Even I couldn't pull the trigger, and we clinched up for a while. And then we're going to get out. I was going to get out and be like, all right, because that first minute I didn't really pull the trigger, and I was like, all right, come on, you got to pull the trigger. So I told myself, you're breaking free, and you're going to pull the trigger. We're going to go for it. And I just couldn't. I'm sitting there in this range, and that's in the next minute. But that's what I mean. And now I look at it, I'll be like, yeah, makes sense, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense, no training. But I literally was delusional and told myself that. So that's going to happen. Sometimes you just need it. And then you got bad injuries, right? You got bad injuries. You go into a fight and I'm not pulling out. I'm going through this. And All right, like you got to be like, that's all right. I'm gonna just do this, and like I guess it's not delusional because I think that's more problem solving. Like I get around it quite well. But if I'm gonna sit there and panic and be like, all right, yeah, I've got one arm pretty much. The odds are going to be pretty bad. Like I can't be thinking like that.
Right.
I'm going to chop as like, oh yeah, but now I get to use my right arm more. You know what I mean? Which is that's my strong.
Yeah, it's a strong.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He's in big trouble. I get to throw this double as much as I usually would.
More power goes to that arm.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
because I think like people use delusion as a bad like kind of a negative, but I think it is so important in any sport, any sort of competitive environment is like having the belief, and then if you pair it with obsession and you're training in all those things. To me, it's the most deadly cocktail you can possibly have because you need to have the guy that doesn't see the faults or the possibilities, the risks that might take place. Like taking a 11-day notice fight probably sets you up down the road that you didn't even see yourself set up for, right? When you're looking at opportunities, talking about Lopez, you see him in all these big fights because he's taking advantage of those opportunities. And because you took this, like you just see it kind of snowballs for you.
Yeah, for sure.
And people get the image like, oh, this is a badass dude. He's willing to fight no matter what. One arm doesn't work, other arm has twice the power. So I just think it's
100%.
awesome.
It is.
I think your career though as well, like you come off 2 devastating losses, and a lot of times you'll see somebody suffer a loss, and then I don't know, usually it's the passing of the guard or they start, but you know, because you have that, I don't want to call it delusion because you've obviously backed it up, but because you have that mindset, you talk about adversity being a privilege and then going out and fighting a dog and Diego Lopez doing it again and, you know, being the undisputed champion. I think that, you know, obviously if I'm just fangirling here, puts you up on the Mount Rushmore, if not the GOAT of the featherweight division. But I think that's what makes, you know, your story, your you know, legacy, so to speak, you know, that much greater is that you've gone, you know, you've been through it all. And now you're back on top.
Well, I appreciate that.
When you hear a man with this stature, that jawline, and that face compliment you like that,
I'm a fan.
Yeah, no, and I think it's I am as well. But he's like in the depths of UFC. Like for you to be talked about a GOAT status, a Mount Rushmore, like does that go into your thought process of legacy the older you get in this game?
I don't like it's weird because I don't think about it.
Go back to that photo real quick, Sherm. Because I want Volk to see that. Are you kidding me?
Oh shit! Okay.
Hey,
hey, oh shit! Right.
You see this Bud Light now?
Yeah, exactly.
But this Photoshop shading.
It's cool. I do get some of the compliments. It's usually maybe to do with the fighter, not to do with looks and height and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I get different compliments. But
the Mount Rushmore, the legacy, all the things, like your 22-year-old self jumping in a gym for the first time. I'm going to make it to the UFC, and now you're sitting on a bus. And an individual sitting there and be like, yo, you're a GOAT status type of guy. Like you're a dude that sits on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, but he knows that. This is nothing new. And I think that's what makes you, because you have to know you're that guy, because what's so crazy about, you know, that we'll never understand is like, you guys are taking risks that mere mortals could never understand by putting yourself out there, by taking fights on 11-day notice. But, you know, like the highs and lows are just crazy. So that's from a fan's perspective, watching and just appreciation of when I'm on my 4th Bud Light last night and I'm like, look at this guy, he sucks. You know, it's like there's an appreciation there.
I would have done this. I would have done that.
Just stand up.
Yeah, but no, look, well, you did touch on, obviously there is adversities. You're coming off 2K. I made that decision and then made another decision because of the guy I am. I didn't want to keep my division, like I didn't want to slow down my division. Yeah. And I've been pretty vocal about, even if I was double champ, I'll keep both divisions busy, trust me. And I said that. So then the knockout happened, had a pretty bad concussion. But then I told, again, not delusional, I guess I didn't know what I know now. But and then I fought 3 months later. Where usually people, like after a bad concussion, especially in combat sports, they tend to, you know, they will have like a good 6 months off, like no head contact, and then start getting into training and stuff like that. Me, I fought like 3 months later. So like in hindsight, you look at that and you're like, that was silly, but that's just the guy I always was. So I end up doing that. End up obviously getting knocked out again. I was like, all right, I'm going to do what I probably should have done after the first one. Had a big break. And there is a lot of adversities that go with that. So you're talking about me doing what I did at the age, coming off 2KO losses. It hasn't been done. Like, you know, at the time as well, I was, now you got Gaethje at 38, winning a title. But I was like, the 35-year-old curse, like no, fighter over 35 has won a title in them sort of divisions, like from lightweight down. But now that's happened after me. I was the first. But no one's done it after 2 KO losses as well. 2 big KO losses coming back to win the title. The adversity and the reasons for that, I believe, because there are real adversities, there are real challenges that come from age, I guess. But even KO losses, people will talk about the confidence issues. You're gonna, you lose confidence and you start. I didn't believe it. Like I didn't know about it because I got knocked out, and then I was fighting 3 months later, and I'm just like, nah, that's all shit. That ain't gonna happen to me. You know what I mean? And then I went in there and was very hesitant, and that's I'm pulling away, doing this stuff and trying to tell myself I'm not worried, but I was in two minds in there. And then I didn't realize what everyone was talking about till I was in there. And I was in there, I was like, afterwards I was like, okay, that's what people are talking about. I get it. I'm gonna take it serious now. But yeah, so there's a lot that happens. A lot of people lose their confidence and things like that. And these are problems. Like I was second guessing myself. The doubts are gonna come, but I've always been the person to just make adjustments. I'm like, I know that these are problems. I know I'm gonna have, it's gonna be noisy in my head sometimes, and stuff like this. It's just I have to accept that and then just keep doing what I'm doing. Just be the fighter that I've always been. It was hard. So there was a lot of hurdles you have to go through and still do. But I've just always said, if anyone can do it, I believe it's me, because I'm gonna find a way, and that's sort of how it's been for me. And there's still hurdles. I can tell you, even when I go into fights now, there are still hurdles from all that stuff, but I just deal with them a lot better now. Yeah, so it's and I won't get that. I could save that sort of stuff for a documentary, but I understand now. I really do understand what people mean. Like, when that's why people just go downhill after KOs and they never come back.
Yeah, it is really interesting. And just injuries in general. Like,
I get it.
Yeah, coming back from injuries.
Somebody come back.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's for all sports for sure. Like, I know you said you can save it for a documentary, but what are some tricks of the trade that you could possibly give to maybe a young athlete that's sitting here listening to this podcast right now from a mental standpoint? Like, when I would get injured, I remember going out in the field and like first couple of practices, you're kind of like, let's see if this leg holds up. Let's see if this elbow holds up. And you're kind of nursing it a little bit. In your position, you don't have the opportunity to feel things out. Like you've got, the match is about to begin. You better go. Yeah. So for you, from a mental standpoint, like how do you put yourself in the zone to be at your best, trust yourself the most when you're coming back from an injury?
Just, I guess the best way to say it, and as an overall word you could use, is just accept these hurdles, accept these adversities, if that makes sense. So accept, you're going to feel nervous. Just accept that nerves come with you're fighting somebody. You know what I mean? That's all right. He's nervous too. Let's accept that and just find ways around it. You learn to deal with it a lot better, because the more you accept these things, again, even I use the word accept because a lot of people want to be comfortable in uncomfortable positions. The training I fucking do, it ain't going to get comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? There's no way you're going to be comfortable, but I can accept how shit it's going to be. I accept that it's going to be very challenging. It's going to be very painful. I accept it, and then I can deal with that much better. So like, I just accept these challenges that come your way. Just know that, these certain things, accept that is a feeling you got, and you're going to find a way around it. You know what I mean? And then through time, you're going to get better with dealing with that, because everyone throughout their career still deals with that. Like, a lot of people go, oh, this guy's, like, oh, look how composed he is. I guarantee you, all the thoughts are going through their head. Like, all these challenges still go there, but they just deal with them and accept. Like, they've accepted it a long time ago, and they've learned to deal with all those challenges way better. So now it's not really a problem for them. Mm-hmm. So that's something that has really helped me. It's just, and that's why I try and tell, like, with your, with fighters that you're looking after, they're like, they might ask, like, is it all right to, like, you sort of doubt, like, so they're freaking out. I was like, why am I thinking like this? Like, it's normal. Like, you need to understand. I want you to understand it's normal. And I want you to learn to accept it and deal with it. You know what I mean? And you're only going to get better with it. You can start here though. You can start rather than you worrying about it and panicking about it. All right, now is a good time for you to train yourself and be like, all right, this is normal. It might still feel a little uncomfortable, but at least start to accept and be like, rather than panic and let it go worse, let's just be level with it and understand, all right, this is a pretty shitty feeling, but this is a part of it. This is okay. And then, all right, let's focus on something else now.
Isn't it such an interesting concept that like growing up as a man, you're sitting there and it's like, nothing is supposed to phase you. You're not supposed to emotionally, you're supposed to be able to handle everything, the physical, all that stuff. And you're saying the secret sauce is truly just to accept that all the feelings that you're having are natural. Because when you're explaining like the anxieties and the worries and all that, it's like, yeah, every athlete, 100% every day, especially on game day, is going to feel that piece of doubt that creeps in, that guy knocking in the back door being like, he might get you. What if the individual you're going against gets you? So the exception part is, I think it's just fascinating to me because it is so true. The minute you've like, instead of ignoring the issue, you just look at it in the face and be like, okay, I see you, and now you can start taking steps forward. I think it's awesome.
I mean, but if you are ignoring it, like I guess it depends the situation, right? If you can, I guess, ignore a feeling like scared or something, if you can ignore it, all right, do that too. Like
whatever gets you through.
But if you're about to fight and you're getting scared, I don't know if you can just ignore it. But when I say accepting it is, I guess, a part of you accepting that and be like, all right, it's just a normal feeling. Like, you can ignore it. But I guess you need to sort of accept that to actually really ignore that, especially when you're about to fight, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, with during everyday life, right? It's just like, got to keep but I do believe, that can help as well. When you are just like, all right, I've got these, but I've got to be I've got to have this sort of shield and just like, shield around me and not let these feelings in and stuff like that. And I feel like most of my career was like that, where I could, that's why I would actually say, this is sort of fascinating. I would go through camp and I wouldn't let, I couldn't let myself get excited. Like, I would protect myself from getting too emotional, too excited. Just so much pressure that's going to come with camps and training and fighting and whatnot. And like, I would just have a shield around me and just, like hold a shield up, not let it in. If it's there, just palm off every problem that comes my way. Trying to, be stoic, try and be composed, like all these types of different pressures. And then after my fight, I would just let it go. So it was weird because I'll be like holding this shield up for the last 3 months. And then all of a sudden, I fought, I won, got my hand raised, and I just throw away the shield, don't leave the shield, and he's just like, and you just feel these emotions come in. And like, now I'm allowed to be emotional. I'm allowed to like, like, you know what I mean? I'm allowed to feel something. So it was, it's crazy. So it can weigh on you. So that's what I get when, people like, you want to talk about people like, it's not weak to speak and stuff like that. Like I get that. But I mean, you need to have that shield up as well. We can't let our emotions and all that take over us at the same time. Right. We need to have this perfect balance. Understand it, accept it, and shield it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
because at the end of the day, no one's coming to save you. Like, you can feel all the things, but if you let it overcome you, then you're washing the tide. 100%. There's nothing for you to handle. Mm-hmm. So it's like, accepting it. Like, obviously I feel this way. Doesn't change the fact that I have to still go do this job. Mm-hmm. So now that I've acknowledged it, we just keep it pushing, keep it moving forward. Has your thought process or mindset changed at all as you've gotten older, family, kids, the whole thing? Oh, yeah. Because when you're young, you use the term silly, and you're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. Like 16 to the mid 20s, you're just like, the word silly is great because you're just more impulsive. You make decisions for yourself. You're allowed to be more selfish. Yep. Then you bring on a companion, you have kids, and it's like, now you're living for something more than just yourself. So as you get older, you're going to the octagon. You're not just thinking about my legacy, X, Y, and Z. You're thinking about these little eyes watching you. Mm-hmm. And it kind of gets you, like, even when I'm asking this question, like, I get a little, like, I can feel emotion taking place because I have 2 kids. And I'm like, I remember towards the end of my career when I would get hurt and I'm like, man, I hate that my kids had to watch that happened to me,
Yeah.
you know, and that sucks. So how is your mindset and thought process? And it's a very loaded, big question.
Yep.
But I just would love to hear more about that.
Yeah, man. It's everything for me. So I got asked the other day, wasn't on a podcast or anything. Even just someone, it might have even been while I was talking to maybe Ruffy or someone in his team. But yeah, like people asking about, you know, did it change? Like when you had kids, and it did. Like I went from loving the sport, like, you know, and I want to be a champion and all that. So I guess you could say legacy, you know, and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, this is what it's all about. You know, I'm going to be champion. Like, you know, I want that. And then as soon as I had a kid, that completely changed. It's like, I need to be successful for my family. And that's all that I don't care about legacy. I just need to win. I need to be successful for my family. And that's all that matters. And that's to this day. It's all about just every decision I make, you know what I mean? Like everything, like me going there and, you know, me fighting injured and all that is like, I need to be successful. I need to, you know, look after my family. Every decision comes down to the family. So I think it's the biggest motivation by far. You know what I mean? It's quite clear and easy to see that it would be your biggest motivation. But that's how I look at it. Like every decision I make, it's like, it's to be successful for my family, which, and that's just an easy way, I guess, of putting it. But a clear difference. I went from, I want to be a champion and all that, and then I don't care about legacy or anything like that. Because we were talking about legacy before, and you know, the Rushmore, I was like, you know what I mean? I just want to be successful for my family. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and winning, me being the GOAT or all that sort of stuff, chasing all that means success. So I'll bring all that on because I know that's just going to put me in a position to look after my family. But that is my main goal.
I want to get to your Cooking with Volk show because I'm a big fan, but I got, like, as a fight fan too, I just want to ask, because you talk about your family and how it all changed. Soon to be 38 years old. How much longer I know these are probably questions you receive all the time, but how much longer do you want to do this? As long as you're on top, when is that mentality of you know, being the best, is that ever going to change? You know, and then there's a part of me that would love to see a rematch. You do well in the rematches when you have a camp. So
yeah, man, I'm hearing you. I guess it's for me, it's, as I said, I do this for my family, so I need to make the right decisions. And me looking after my health is a part of that. You know what I mean? Like you know, you're going to put your body on the line. You're going to put your, you know, like your brain on the line doing the sports, as we would all know, and stuff like that. So I want to take all that into consideration. You know, I'm trying to weigh all the options. Like in my last fight, if things went terribly bad, all right, I would have, you know, if I like started getting like concussions, I got dropped and all right, oh, like got knocked out, okay, I would have, you know, I'll pack up the bags. So like that's sort of how I look at it. But last fight, I didn't take much damage. Right. I'm like, all right, let's keep going. You know what I mean? Like no worries.
Keep the train rolling.
Especially, and again, why am I doing that? You're right. I do have Cooking with Volk and stuff like that. I do have, you know, I've been lucky enough to use the platform I have to build my own brand outside of fighting and loving it. So cannot wait for that. But I ain't ever going to get paychecks like when I step in that octagon. Yeah. And that's, again, it's for my family. So I'm risking, you know, like it's not as easy. It's not as enjoyable and all that to do what we've got to do to still try and be the best in the world. But this is a choice I made. All right, it has to be done. It has to be done properly. And it's where that's the choice I'm making. You know, while I'm alive and willing, I can still make those the decisions to do that. And then when it gets to a point where, again, all right, we're starting. You know, I'm starting to worry about the brain health, or you know, your injuries. You're starting to fall apart. You know, like okay, maybe we pack up the bag. So it's just we could just take it as it goes.
Yeah. So
again, but that comes down to what's best for my family. So best decisions I can make for myself, for my family.
Yeah. You brought up the YouTube channel and all the things you love doing, the Cooking with Volk, all that stuff. When did you make the decision in your head, like, okay, so things are going well in the UFC, but everyone knows as an athlete, eventually someone's going to say, you got to put the gloves down. You can't do it anymore. Whether you're making that decision or somebody makes it for you, you're going to be done. And then the checks stop coming. Well, who got in your ear, or when did you make the decision, like, oh, I can use this massive brand of UFC along with the fandom that I've made to start monetizing on my NIL?
Yeah, man, it's just, I guess through time and just getting understanding slowly, because you would hear people talk about it, and I never really got it. Like I remember, it wasn't that long ago. It honestly wasn't even that long ago that I just had a tunnel vision. I had to be the best fighter. You know what I mean? It was family and fighter. I had no time for myself, no time for anything else. I didn't let there be. And I had this tunnel vision. They call it, you know, like a fighter's identity. Like, you know, I had a fighter, and, you know, and people look at it as a bad thing, but that's what it takes to be the best. So I'm glad I went there. Because you go there, you know, I didn't know too much, so it was hard for me to learn about myself and about certain things. So you start to lose your head a little bit, because, you know, you might be getting towards the end of your career and you're like, you know, what am I going to do? I can't fight forever.
Yeah, the panic sets in.
Yeah, and like, you know, and again, so like it just all these, you know, through the process, you start to learn more and more about it. Because I remember, it wasn't that long ago that a guy asked me, goes, "Oh, what's your brand?" I didn't even know what he meant by that. Like, I honestly didn't know what he meant. And I'm just like, oh, you know, like, oh, I didn't even know, because I was just like, you know, I just was a fighter. So it was I remember that, like, being asked to me, and like that sort of like flipped a switch. But I tried to get a better understanding of, you know, building your brand and whatnot. But it wasn't till probably the KO losses where I like sat back and be like, all right, I'm gonna take a big break and spend a lot more just family time and me first, and then fighting last, which I haven't done for 15, 16 years. And so I did that, and then so I started doing more of the content. That's where I always did the cooking with Volk. I'd do a bit of it. But then this is where I really, really started pushing into it, and got a real understanding. I understood it, but just I got to be about it as well. And now it's taken off.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the channel. I love all those catch, cook, clean, you know, videos you find on the internet. In fact, I'm not sure if this is the one they're playing for us right now, but you were just at the Great Barrier Reef eating lobster on the beach. I was just jealous. The production's fantastic. Shoot, you almost have as big of a following on that as you do your personal channel. So I'm jealous of that, and I hope if I get down to Australia, you know,
100%.
Let's say me and Clay came down to Australia, dude. We went over to your house. You're like, hey, we got a few extra spare beds. Clay and I bunk up together, and you're gonna cook us a good meal, dude. What is Volk? Like, hey, you want to show off a meal? What are you making?
All right, the best way to show off is the whole experience, right? So I've got a cabin at the bottom of the farm, so you're staying there for one. Good atmosphere. It's unreal, beautiful spot. We'll go. I don't do a bit of hunting.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, let's go catch our food. You know what I mean? Like, let's go do that. Like, I've got plenty of wild game around. Maybe catch something. Do the whole process. Go pick some of the, you know, the chilies or the cucumbers, whatever, from the garden. You know, we get the real experience, and then cook a barbecue over the fire. Maybe something we, you know, if we could at least get something from what we caught, that would be cool. Or something that we've previously got, but at least you knew that you got the feeling of hunting something. We probably can't use that meat straight away. But yeah, it's like, all right, give me some of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then we go extra. Then we go, and then maybe a couple of beers over the fire, cook some stuff over the fire, and get the whole experience. Just so I think that's the best. It don't even need to
book our flights.
Yeah, we'll get that.
We'll get your information in a bit.
We'll get your team. Clump, you'll get that set up.
That was an official invite. We'll get it set up.
But that's how it be.
As you're talking to, you got this guy right here. He's cutting into the largest lobster I've ever seen in my entire life. What the hell is this thing?
Yeah,
this thing's got
big,
steroids all up in it. What is?
Yeah,
That's just how they grow.
This is a regular lobster.
Nah, it's not a regular lobster, but these ones are the biggest ones we have, and they even get bigger than that. So I remember my mate catching one not too far from where I live. Like I can't remember how many kilos it was, but it was like double the size of that. Double the size. And I'm just like, what? But these ones that he had, they were like 300 years old. These ones don't go as old, he was saying. I thought, this would be that. And he goes, nah, not these ones. The other ones that get that big, they're usually like 300 years old. So you just put them back.
You put them back.
Yeah.
You look at them, you marvel at them. And you get them
these ones, they're
only 100 years old.
That's normal. Exactly. That's normal for this Century Club.
That's normal for these lobsters.
And is this where this is being shot? Is this like by your house?
No. So we're up in Cairns. So we're up I was just there for 24 hours. Like, 'cause again, I remember I'm a fighter, so I need and if, you know, obviously got my family, and the trips I try and make the trips quick. So this is a big trip for me, doing what I'm doing now. But I was just 24 hours, went up to Cairns, which is like a 3-hour flight. 24 hours on the boat, just get as much content as we can, and then hit it back. But we got to do some unreal fishing, man. It was like, this is what I got to look forward to, though. You know,
and
like, can't wait
to do that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like, you're making money doing that.
yeah, exactly.
How cool
right.
is that?
Exactly. Yeah. It's not the money that I'm making fighting yet,
Right.
but maybe we could get to that. You know what I mean?
No
like,
doubt.
and
You'll
if we do,
absolutely
it's
get
like,
that
and
done.
like man, honestly, if I got that to that type of money, remember, successful. I just want to be like successful.
Right.
I'll pack up the bags. And a lot of people would hear that, right? I don't mind talking about it. A lot of people won't do it because everyone's going to think I don't have it anymore. It's like, man, I've been thinking this the last 2-3 years. You know what I mean? Like 4 years even. That, you know, that's just how it is. Again, my focus is being successful for my family, and whatever choice I do that's going to get me to that, I'm going all in.
Yeah.
So I don't know any other way. So people want to act like I'm going to lose. I go, no, well, I'm telling you that I'm doing this for my family. Trust me, I'm going all in. You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything different.
When you're making decisions for your family, let me give you a hypothetical.
Okay.
Let's just pretend we're on the White House lawn right now, and you're the last fight of the night, and you're fighting this guy, and he is just absolutely piecing you the fuck up. He's just destroying you, and you're a high favorite in this. Completely hypothetical.
Yep.
And your team's like, we got to throw in the towel here. Are you throwing the towel in?
No, especially you can't. I mean, I don't think you could ask any fighter and they'll say yes, because I'm a believer is like, never give up, like never, like, you know, if the ref stops it, all right, like, you know, if it's out of your hands, it's out of your hands. But for me, it's like, never give up, right? Like that's sort of my mindset mentality. It's always been like that, and just I'll find a way. I've always felt like that's something that's helped me through my career and through life, has been a problem solver and just finding a way. So I just feel like I could find a way. I would believe that I would find a way.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I would definitely not throw in the towel.
On a completely different
If
subject.
if they made that decision and called it, I'm going to appreciate them looking after me, and I'm not going to be angry at them. But I'll be like, I reckon I could have, you know.
Yeah.
But
my corner.
Yeah, that's
I,
son of a
I
bitch.
was ready to go for a
I
fit.
had him right where I wanted him
In the corner,
before.
you're like, hey, thank God,
I had him
boys,
so
thank
vulnerable
God.
because he was that cocky.
Dude, because this is a completely different subject, right? That was just a hypothetical.
Yep.
That was just a hypothetical. But last night with Topuria, because we're sitting there in the stands, and then the boys were in the group chat saying, like, it sounded like Topuria didn't want to fight. And Club, I would love for you to chime in on this. Was
Okay.
because
Spanish?
this is
No.
Oh,
Clump was trashing Topuria. Go
Oh,
ahead,
no,
Clump.
no.
Go ahead, Clump. What were you saying?
can we get the camera
This
on
is
him?
my
Yeah.
worst
Yeah, we
nightmare.
got
This is
camera
my
right there.
worst nightmare right now. But it sounded like he didn't want to keep going, and then the corner wanted him to keep going, and then
Okay.
he just kind of sat down and was like, I'm done.
Do we know exactly what he said?
I don't know exactly what he said. I do know there
You
was
were
some.
quick to decide.
It sounded like his corner said, we're not
you
we're not finishing
assumed-
this fight to
Yeah, he
him.
assumed.
And he looked down and did not look back up like, hey, let's keep going. He was like, you're right.
I think his
Yeah,
brother said he wanted to finish the fight, and then I think somebody else in his corner waved it off. That's the last I had heard from. But I think it looked like the right decision. It looked like he might have had some broken bones in his face, and you're looking at the longevity of your fighter who's never been in a dog fight like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but
It's
it's a mindset.
I'm pretty sure he straight away said to his brother Ilya did, I can't see.
Okay.
And that's when I think what happened. And then I think that's when they
They
said
made the
they
decision
made the
for him.
decision.
I know you do a breakdown of these
So
things.
you can't see, and like I'm looking at your face. It's like, no.
Yeah, because dude, he looked like a demon from a horror movie with
Yeah,
the lighting on him. Is like mascara over the eyes, all red everywhere.
And you could see like he's hitting his eye, and he was like,
Yeah.
like something was he was probably like pushing, like bones pushing into his eyes. His eyes probably curling and stuff like
No
that. Yeah,
shit.
yeah, man. Like you're probably getting like vision, like.
You gonna do a breakdown of this that
Huh?
we'll have to check out? You always do a breakdown, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
We'll save
yeah,
it.
man.
Do it
yeah.
on the bus now, or should we
Yeah,
save it for the
like-
channel?
Mate, that's yeah, we do like to do them. I should have definitely do it for such a big event as well. So we're doing this. When's this going out?
Yeah, this will go out tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, there
Tomorrow
you go.
at
That's
6
it.
a.m. What did Topuria need to do better?
He can't
move his head.
Well, he rushed. He rushed very early. Obviously, was expecting to get an early finish. Try to force that, which he could have definitely did that. But I mean, there's always a risk of not landing them shots, and you're going to obviously get a little fatigued. And not only that, you're putting yourself in a position where, but in saying that, obviously I'm saying he rushed it, but Justin did a great job too. Justin jabbing on the back foot while he was coming forward, like jabbing enough on the back foot to be out of a position where Ilya wasn't in a position to counter. So he had a lot of success with that. Ilya likes the counter as well. Obviously, Ilya still had his moments where he would land some big shots as well. But just because he kept walking forward, I felt like even when he was fighting at distance and when he chose to fire from distance, Ilya did a great job and he was landed his right hand like 5 times in that first round.
Yeah.
And which Gaethje took, went with it, but he was able to do it at a safer distance. But he just wanted to push forward, keep coming forward and just rush it. And then that's where the damage just started. He would have been fine. So, it's a jab, I don't care. But then next minute, boom, boom. All of a sudden, your eyes starting to go up. The damage started. Now you're starting to get tired because you're trying to force it. And then it just went downhill. And then even when he took him down and then got up, I felt like that took it out of him as well. So, just like forcing him to fight. Like that was always going to be his biggest... was always going to be a problem for him. I've seen him fatigue a couple of times in fights. I'm like, but then he was managed to finish the fight straight after. So he's there. So he's always seen a bit of adversity and pulled through. But this was a lot more adversity. You could see him still trying, but it was just.
Do we know who won the fourth
Power
round?
just went. His vision's gone.
Yeah, the fire got too hot at the end.
I mean,
his face was
it looked
tore
like
up.
It looked like Justin was coming on to win the fight. Like, you know what I mean? I think that like a fourth round he won still, even though Ilya got the takedown, but he got straight back up. But Justin was landing so many shots.
Yeah.
I think the third round as well. It might have been 2-2 or
I felt like the fourth round was a little bit of a toss-up. I think the third round is when Gaethje really took over. Second round was Topuria when he was
I still gave the fourth round to Gaethje.
Okay.
Like there was a lot of early success. He landed a lot. I believe so. I think it was 2-2 going in there, but I just couldn't see, Ilya winning that last round. So it was. I think the ref. Anyway, we're saying that the coaches, the team, called the fight. The doctors were going to call the fight anyway.
Yeah.
I thought after when they checked him, they tried to call it.
Yeah.
And then ended up not calling it. It was like, all right.
Trump
pulled a little wild card on that
Then he
one.
started copping more damage. You've seen him do these ones. I'm like, he needs to finish the fight because the doctors are stopping it as soon as he goes to the corner.
Yeah.
They're going to look at him and call it. 100% they're doing it. So that's why I was like, he needs to finish it this round. And he didn't. I was like, waiting for the refs and doctors to call it off. I didn't expect the film.
So in your opinion, they let it go longer than you expected?
No. Like he was still again like I don't know what the ref's seen. The doctor's seen. Like obviously he's doing these ones, and obviously his eye couldn't follow. But I don't know. But we're fighters, man. Like we're just gonna keep going. Like,
keep going.
That's just how it is.
When you're in that deep of water in the third, fourth, fifth rounds of championship rounds, how much are you able to hear your coaching from the corner? Because I'm sure like this was a very unique fight because it felt like an Apex fight where it was like much more intimate. You can kind of hear the sounds. You can almost hear the coaches talking.
Yep.
But when you're in Vegas or you're in Australia and you're having these massive fights and the crowds are absolutely going crazy, are you able to hear your team tell you make adjustments right in the middle of rounds?
Well, not when big things are happening, right? Like because it's going to be muffled from all the crowd. But I mean, the crowd's not going crazy the whole time, so you will hear them. You will hear them here and there. But when it's loud, you won't. But a lot of the times, it's not. You say something crazy happens. If you're trying to listen to instruction, not a good time to listen to your corner. Let's worry about what's getting thrown at us right now. Get it back at range. Usually it settles a bit. The instructions come in, you can hear. So you definitely hear, but it's not while the crowd's going nuts.
Yeah, it is. Such a crazy game, man. It is a crazy thing to watch.
It was.
What you got, Clay?
I have a dumb MMA question quick for that fight.
Oh,
Okay, yes.
The body shots. This is again me sitting on the couch, a few Bud Lights deep. Like when you hurt someone in the body, how quick do they recover? Like why didn't he keep going back? Because I mean, Gaethje was hurt. So like, what's the recovery time for something like that?
Oh, it's nasty because it gets to a point where if your face hurts or something, it's like all right, like who cares? It hurts. That your body you get a body rip. It's not just painful; it's very, very painful. But now your body has big reactions to it. Like you can't just be like, all right. Sometimes you can. Like sometimes I get body ripped, and you got to have a poker face. So you sit there like, oh no, I'm good, and act like nothing's happening. But then there's shots like that, and he turned that body rip in too. That went straight through.
Is that a cumulative too? So like if he were to keep ripping at it,
100%.
like the next round,
yeah, he got it a couple times, and you've seen that one that just sunk in. That's when he had to go down and just protect. Like you have to protect it. Go down. Your head's gonna be vulnerable. But then when Ilya followed, Gaethje did a good enough job to sort of end up just accepting the bad position.
Yeah,
but I can't get hit anymore. And then so that's sort of like that's how we survived. If he tried to stay standing and or something, he would have just got finished, I think. But as he went to the ground, you're curling up in a ball, and then luckily, I guess Ilya tried to pass his guard. Like Ilya went in and like punched a couple, tried to pass, gave him a little bit of time to just. Now we're having a bit of a grapple. So I don't have to worry about you sinking another knuckle down my ribs, Yeah. So that's that's how we survived. But yeah, 100%. If he hit it within a minute inside that again, big trouble.
Mr. Volk, we have some fan questions. Obviously, you're a fan favorite around here, but this one's from Holden_91. What is it like being so much smaller playing rugby, crazy stray, and hanging with the big boys? And how did you transfer that bulldog mindset over to MMA?
Yeah, man, it's weird because I never used to see myself as being like small. Like, it's funny because I look at like videos and like now I know I'm small. Like, it's just back then I didn't. Like I feel like I was like, you get the chihuahuas and all that. They think they're 6
right, the dogs see the big dogs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the same.
I guess I was like that. Like, so, that's how I always look. Even early in my career, I would like I used to train in Thailand, and you would have like there's 100 people to train like for sparring sessions. So they would want to split up the group, heavier guys, bigger guys, smaller guys. So I would so they'll go there and line up, and like I'm like this. I guess I'm thinking like, hey, I should be around here, and like I'm like, they're laughing at me just like a lot of times because it's the coach that I have now. But they're like, Volk, get over there, man, like because I'm used to big boys and that as well from playing rugby league and whatnot. So, and I even training back home. Like I was always training with big guys. But so I just assumed that I'm just going to do it over there. But they're just sort of, go here. So like I just see myself. I look at somebody like, oh yeah, he's my size. But they're towering over me. Monster, like twice the size. But that's just how I look at it. So I guess that got me through it a bit. You know what I mean? Like a bit delusional. We talk about being
delusional.
I'm a delusional little chihuahua that thinks he's 10 foot tall. It works. Like, you know what I mean? If I didn't have the skills to back it up, I'd be in trouble. But this little chihuahua,
it's got a little bite. It's got a little bite.
Got a little bite.
Little bark and
It's
bite.
a good
And
bite.
by the way, Chihuahuas are number 2 in dog attacks. Number 2.
Behind Pitbull?
I think behind
Doberman?
Pitbull. Yeah. That's
And
worth a
they are
Google.
very aggressive. I actually
Not now. I'll read this. Then yeah.
They got that
actually
Mexican
that's
blood in them.
they are quite aggressive. I actually, rest in peace. It just our Chihuahua just passed away actually last week.
No
so,
way.
Yeah. So that was rest in peace, Sarge. But that was while I was away. But he was cool. He was chill. He wasn't like that. Usually the Chihuahuas you hear that they're very aggressive, but no, he wasn't.
I got a soft spot in my heart for Chihuahuas, man.
Yeah.
Soft
Sorry
spot.
to bring that up.
It's all right. It's
Moving
okay.
on. Next question.
And I'll tell you what. You want to be sad, we can be sad together.
Okay.
How much did you love that dog? Was that your favorite dog of all time?
He was a good dog. I got 2 dogs. I got Bussin, which was my dog. That like everyone, our whole family, all our dogs and pets always just end up at my dad's house. And my dad just spoiled, they love my dad's house and they just always end up there. Like it went to a point where he would always look after him, and he would get, because I'm busy and all that, and I felt bad. Like I wouldn't give the dog enough attention, especially knowing that how much attention it got at my dad's house. I just and my dad loved it, and I'm like, hey, you can have him anyway. But now he lives on the farm with me, so my dad does. So both the dogs were always there. The Chihuahua was my dad's partner's daughter's dog that end up going to him as well. Like everyone's dog or pets just go to him. But yeah, he's
awesome. Just a keeper.
He's
a good-hearted man.
Well, we own a farm, right? And they're all. We've got cows that are meant to be meat cows that we're meant to eat. They're all pets, so we just got to sell them. We can't eat them. So yeah, they're like just complete pets now. We've named them all. My dad's got a soft spot for them all.
The cows?
Cows, yeah, cows, pigs, goats,
so your dad,
chickens.
Hard to slaughter.
My dad just treats them like proper pets. So so it's gonna be tough to now. The kids get close to them as well, but
yeah,
the minute you give it on the sly, you know.
Yeah, the minute you give an animal a name, it's
over,
and it is now done.
Yeah,
you can't go slaughter that animal.
I think we're meant to be farmers. Here's a story that I was like telling. I said, we can't let anyone know this, and I've said it a million times now. But the first chicken, we got a chicken. We had the cows that were on the farm, and we had a chicken that was on the farm, and Henny Penny, the name was, come to the farm, and it was like it liked you humans. I'm like, well, this is like our pet, you know what I mean? Like, it's how good's this chicken? Like, it's mad. Like, it'll come and like eat out of your hand, and you can pat it. I'm like, far out, how good's this? So we end up getting a couple more chickens, but then it got sick. Mm-hmm. Mind you, chickens cost $20 or something.
Yeah. I have chickens.
So it was like it got sick, and we're like, oh man, like, what do we do? And like, we're gonna do vet bill. It's gonna cost like $500-600 and that. And I'm like, oh man, it's Henny Penny, man. It's our first one. I'm like, all right, this is the only chicken we're gonna do it with, because our first one to come to the farm, it's got a soft spot. So we did that, and it cost us a bit of money. It ended up dying anyway. But
no way!
But we spent some money. No, we got a little bit better, not really. But then it just it wasn't long, and it passed away. So.
Did you call the vet and be like, I'm going to need that money back?
I got real sick where we felt bad. I was like, so my dad had to do handle business. Handle business. And he's got a soft spot for him, so it would have been hard for him, but at the same time, it was harder looking at it, the poor thing,
Yeah.
Poor Henny Penny,
And also,
Henny Penny, man.
R.I.P. to Henny Penny, man. Our chickens, they're like the ultimate prey. We have like a half a dozen chickens at our house, and it's a revolving door. No defense. They have zero defense. Zero defense.
Mate, you're not wrong. Have you seen what they are? Like, they say like the training where you run around, like, I can't get like, most of the time you get anywhere near it, they just sit like this.
Dude, yeah, they go into this like fetal, like, all right, I'm accepting death. Yeah. They get into this weird like squatty mode.
Yeah, man. We've got a couple.
We'll let them out, and it's like you want your chickens to be happy because they're giving you eggs. You want the whole thing, so like you can keep them cooped up, but they actually lay less when you keep them cooped up. So we let them free range a little bit. But I swear to God, every third day I come out and one's got like chest completely opened up from an owl, or my dog will get out, and it's like a murder scene. I'll come home and be like dragging one across, and it's awful. Like the first couple of times you're like pretty fazed by it. You're like, oh my God, like this is true nature versus nurture type of situation taking place. And then after like the fifth one, you're like,
got another one going, man.
You're literally revolving doors, boys, like toss it.
Yeah, man. I'm hearing you. We got eagles, big eagles on there.
Shit. You should have started with that.
Yeah.
We're talking about chickens.
Not pets. But because I live on like escarpment, so like all like cliff edges and all that. Like it's beautiful. I love it. And there's a couple eagles that are hanging, and we're talking. How much is that in feet? We're talking wingspan like that from over there to
8 feet or so.
Yes. You're talking prehistoric
they get
eagles.
2.8 meters. That's
almost 9 feet.
Yeah.
Almost 9 feet.
There you go. So it's
Is this your house?
Yes. So,
this is you right here.
Yeah.
Farm.
So
the
they're
farm.
Excuse me.
You're just showing the world where I live, but it's all good.
With the geolocate.
I've got all this content on my.
Hey, sure, we'll put the address in too.
I've got all this on my channel anyway. But yeah, they live up there. But every time they'll go in, and we will see the eagles, guys. I'm like, oh, the eagles hanging around. Next day, chicken gone.
Yeah.
So like they come and take the chicken. Yeah, we don't. They're not ripped up. They're just gone.
They're gone.
Yeah. The Eagles like take them, but yeah, they even the Eagles. The past owner, he would tell us like keep an eye if you see eagles hanging around because they'll like even go for the calves, the cows, the baby cows.
Yeah, with the wingspan like that.
They won't be able to pick it up. But what they do, they take the eyes and then they end up going and then they eat them when they're dead. Wow. Yeah. Mate, these things I got kids, young kids. So I'm like, look, they're beautiful creatures, but I'm like, I can get protective. Obviously,
you got the rifle. Yeah.
I'm not thinking these things come anywhere near my kids. I'm like, I'm firing some things, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You're legally not allowed to do that, but I mean, if they were to even think of it, but obviously, it hasn't ever. I don't think it's ever happened before. Because you sit there, I think about it. I'm like, imagine it trying to take my kid.
Yeah, wingspan like that, like they could definitely take a small child.
Yeah, for sure.
Just fly away.
Yeah, but I mean, but what I will do, obviously, we're gonna just scare them off. They are beautiful creatures. Yeah. But I mean, I can't have them taking all my henny pennies, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But this is where like my dumb American mindset goes to. Like you think about Australia, I just think every animal out there wants to get you, and then you're bringing up these eagles. Like, it's really not like that. Because I know, like my wife's from Canada.
Yep.
So I'll go up to Canada, and they'll be like, "How do you guys deal with it? It's got to be terrifying to live in America." And it's like, no, it's actually great. It's awesome. And so when I view Australia, it's like the snakes, all the poisonous things, and it's not like that at all.
I mean, you're not dodging snake bites every step.
Yeah, I feel like you know what I mean? Outside, it's like a game of Frogger.
You do see them. I know you could probably get some of my like snakes that I put some up on my on my socials and that, like, because we do get a few of them around.
You've handled a few?
Yeah. Well, I got diamond pythons, so if you could end up finding it, diamond pythons, they're pythons, so they're not poisonous. There's one on my head. See that one? That's wild. I just caught it 10 minutes before that. See, look how chill this one is,
buddy. This is my greatest fear of snakes.
Yeah, not these ones. These ones are good. You like these ones?
This one's wrapped around your neck. I don't know if you noticed.
But this one, like, I literally just got it. Like within 10 minutes, I had it. It was like a pet. They're not all like that. But these ones are very poisonous.
And you're letting your child hold it.
I let my like 2-year-old, she probably wasn't even 2 here. Like I let her go around her. Like this was very, very, very chill. But we do have some poisonous there, but not the real poisonous ones, because we got the red belly black snakes that are poisonous. They can kill you still.
Pull that up, Sherm. I want to see a red belly black snake.
Yeah, they can get big too, but they kill all the brown snakes or the real deadly ones. So they keep all the bad ones. See, we don't mind having them around because they will be all right. You know, we get hit by one of those, like, we'll be right.
You got wolf spiders?
Hey?
You got wolf spiders?
Okay, this perfect timing for my next thing. So
so Mitch just said wolf spiders.
Wolf spiders.
Volk's eyes.
Okay, well, we got different wolf spiders maybe then. Okay. What are your wolf spiders?
The wolf spiders that Mitch and I are both thinking of right now are them big boys, right?
Yeah.
Them camel spiders.
Yeah. Okay, we got wolf spiders, but mustn't be those. Pull
up an Australian.
So
wolf spider.
pull up funnel web. F. No, yeah. So you got these. You will see the hole. They're like, I think the most dangerous spider in the world, most poisonous. So can you look up funnel web holes? Sorry, man.
Funnel web holes.
Yeah. So see, look, these holes.
Yeah.
This is where funnel webs live. So I seen like even the other ones. If you go out, like them ones got the webs, but you got the ones that don't have webs. See the ones that are just perfect holes.
Yeah. Look like little
down the
snake
cabin
holes.
that I said you're going to sleep in.
Yeah.
There are. I'm not lying when I say 1,000 of these around it.
Buddy, trips canceled.
Are we even going to get to breakfast the next morning?
Well, hear me out. So I don't know if. So I still don't know. Can you look? Sorry, man. I'm putting you to work here. Can you put up Australian wolf spider hole?
Your boys are in the back with the headphones on. Listen, this is crazy.
So exact same. So I don't know if I don't know. Actually, I should find out because I'm sitting there thinking I hope it's these ones, but they're probably deadly anyway. But I mean, like I've got the thousands of these holes all over, like the yard down there. Perfect holes
by the cabin.
You don't see them though. That's all right. You'll be right. But that's what I mean. There's plenty of them out there.
But the way you said it, you're gonna be all right.
Look at them, man. Look at them. Whoa, man.
Dude, yeah, that's in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That shit is
That's
Harry
crazy,
Potter,
man. You're not wrong. Are they deadly? I should probably know that because I'm
You
like sitting there
should.
thinking that because I got told that we got a lot of wolf spiders. I'm like, that must be what it is. We're sweet. That's what I got in my head. We're sweet because they're wolf spiders.
I don't think wolf
Mitch,
spiders
I don't
are
think
sweet.
wolf spiders are dangerous
No,
out
no.
here. Like we got them all over my land, and
The
like
one
they're
I,
just
like I'm just thinking they're just big spiders. They're just scary looking. They're
Yeah,
not.
I think
I
you're
don't,
thinking about
I don't
the
think they're
ones-
dangerous.
Yeah.
They're not dangerous. But
They're
the
like,
ones
ones
I
that
think
eat
they're called- I think they're
birds?
called camel spiders.
you're thinking
Oh,
of a
camel?
different spider.
I'm
The
thinking
ones
about
that are
that.
like
Okay, there you go.
octopus
Right,
looking.
right.
Octopus looking ones.
Huh?
But not dangerous.
Australian wolf
Not
spiders
dangerous
are
to humans,
venomous.
though.
Oh,
See,
not
all right,
dangerous
cool.
to humans. Yeah, that's
See, come
same as
camping,
wolf.
no worries.
Yeah, we're good.
We'll pick.
No,
They're
man,
just
we're
scary
both- we're
looking.
both- you saw, I
We'll
mean,
put
you
you- we'll
boys
put
saw the way
you-
I handled that wasp.
Well,
Like
I haven't confirmed that it's not the funnel web yet, though.
yeah. But the funnel web is a bad one.
Assuming and hoping it's these ones.
The funnel web's the bad one.
Funnel web, I think, is the most dangerous spider. in the
It'll
venomous.
kill you.
I think it's the most. Yeah, I mean, we got the most venomous everything. I think it is the most venomous spider
Yeah.
in the world. I could be wrong, but I think it is.
So you see how this podcast is going, right? We kind of started with like, you're like, oh, you don't really have to worry about it. We're not dodging them all around. And now you're like, everything's venomous. Everything will kill you.
I mean, they're there, but you can still pitch a tent. No, they'll, they're right.
My
Pitch a
ass.
tent
I
right
ain't
over.
pitching no tent.
Yeah, pitch a swag straight on the funnel web holes.
Oh my God.
You actually, it's perfect. That's where you pitch a tent. Use the funnel web holes as the tent pole holes.
Yeah.
No problem.
Plug them up.
Locked in.
See, problem solving.
Webs.
Have you
They
seen-
can't come out of them 4 holes now.
Exactly.
Seen any,
They're too
box-
big.
box
other
jellyfish?
What's that?
Have you seen any box jellyfish?
No, so where we went in Cairns, so we went in the water. That's where a lot of crocodiles and box jellyfish. Urakanji is a small one's more dangerous than box jellyfish, and they're more dangerous because you can barely see them. They're a lot longer. But there's heaps of them. But where we went a bit further out where there's not as many. So we're swimming all through these things. But yeah, there's a lot of them, and they'll kill you. Like where we're going as well, we get hit by one of those, we're dead. Yeah. Because we're like 3 hours away from Cairns. So out in the Great Barrier Reef. But there's not as many out there. So I guess, yeah, I mean,
Hey, I'm
travel
sorry,
with an
my
EpiPen, or-
CTE brain just got. What are we talking about here?
talking
Box
about
jellyfish.
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 So we
Oh,
got
so
the
these boys
most.
just floating around.
So we
though.
got the most poisonous
You
jellyfish
just
in
got
the world
floats and
too.
bombs. Yeah, you got floating
Very
bombs
small.
ripping around.
Urakanji though, Urakanji, I think I said that right, is even smaller than the box jelly. Box jellyfish, they're very dangerous, but the Urakanji is even more dangerous. And and they're
Australia too.
yeah. So
Well,
like
they're,
even
they're
like,
all there. I think they have the biggest great whites
we even
too.
got jelly fucking things that'll kill you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
jelly,
Just bobbing around.
jelly floating in the water. It's just that'll kill you, mate. Like I guess the more and more you talk about it, and like because we will go places, plenty of sharks and that as well. So you're gonna I mean, I swam with a shark. That's probably one of my latest.
Yeah, pull that
ones.
up, Sharon. Pull up him swimming with a shark. What kind of shark was it?
It was
Don't say great white.
it was a bull shark.
Okay.
Most
Aggressive.
Yeah,
Super
just
aggressive.
Nah, look, man. They're the most aggressive shark in the world. It's fine. They're not as big, but they're
Dude,
most
Australia
aggressive.
is just a big Florida, it sounds like, dude. That's what it is.
Like more
the-
dangerous.
Yeah. It is nuts.
Have you had any?
Oh no, that's one that we do down. Oh, that's something I can take you. I can ease
Dude,
you into.
you with the mask on in that middle photo is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, so there's one I go down and swim. These are grey nurse. So these ones are all right. This isn't the one that this isn't the bull shark. These ones I can take you. It's like 10 minutes from my house, and we'll go swimming with the sharks. They're cool. They're like real chill. They're actually real chill. They got some cool teeth. So I wanted to show the teeth because I'm like they look nasty, but they're actually really chill. Like
Yeah,
you're
but
not
you don't know what
allowed to
else
pat
is in
them.
there.
You're not allowed to pat them.
See, hey, that one right there that just popped up. I didn't see that one a couple
Oh mate,
seconds
like
ago.
they're everywhere. Yeah. It's like they're breeding grounds. Look, isn't that one? Yeah, they're everywhere.
Holy
Yeah, man.
shit, you had a school of them.
That's what I mean. Come, sleep with the spiders and come swim with the sharks, man. You will love
Watch out
it.
for the
you're
dodge
really-
the eagles. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But
Bring
there's
your
another one.
children
There's
or
one-
eagles will take
there's
them
one
away.
that on my last that we just did. Well, that's a guy I did it with. But oh no, should I just get it from my phone?
Is that
But,
the same guy with the lobsters?
Yeah, it is the
Yeah,
same
okay,
guy.
I
Yes,
got you.
yeah. Well, that's what he does. He actually goes on remote places on an island. I'm on an island with just a spear for the next 24 hours. So I thought that's what we're gonna do. I was like, okay, be prepared for. It might be wild.
That's
and,
it right there.
Oh yeah, there you go. So we end up getting it, and I jump in with it. So we jump in with it, and there was a cobia fish under it. So I try to spear the cobia fish under the bull shark, but obviously the hook was still in its mouth, and then we're holding the tail, so we're sweet. I mean, the line can easily snap, and then we're in big trouble. But that didn't happen.
But it didn't happen.
You might be like the coolest guy on earth.
Yeah, the way he's talking. It's about all these risky things, but they didn't happen.
It's
So
funny,
there's
man,
actually
it's
no
funny.
risk involved.
Because you're saying like when you have kids, you end up like, you end up being
Risk
pretty
Turn it
chill.
back a little bit.
Yeah, like that's true, but I think it was my fighting career as well. But now that I'm like, so when I was sitting there like, I didn't want to, I see danger everywhere and all that. So, but now when I'm having a bit of a break, so when I had the big break, after 2 knockouts, I wanted to ride bulls. I wanted to, like, I don't know. I was like, I think I needed an adrenaline rush or something. I don't know what it was, and maybe it's a thing. Like, you'll be like, what are you going to do to get there? I'm like, no, I'm going to do that. And I'm like, well, actually, makes sense, because I wanted to swim with sharks and jump in with crocodiles and whatnot. Like, I'll sit there and go, you reckon we should do this? My manager wasn't happy about me jumping in with a shark. But
Yeah. What's one thing that you would love to do for an adrenaline rush that you haven't done yet? Could be the Bud Light question, but that's not the Bud Light question.
like, okay, something crazy that would like, what could, I don't know.
Like you
what-
mentioned riding a bull, something to like maybe a great white, get in a cage with a great white.
I mean, that'd be cool.
I think that'd
cool.
be awesome. Like
I mean,
as you're kind of breaking down this Australia thing in my
Yeah.
head that it's actually happening, I'm like, it'd be sick for us to
Yeah,
get in a
yeah.
cage
Yeah,
and
that'd
go
be,
see one
I've
of these.
seen the videos
megalodon.
where they get in the
Yeah,
cage with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Not interested.
But in his logic, it's like, what if it doesn't happen? It's all good.
It's true.
Yeah, and that's the Volk
Have you-
logic we kind of need. Yeah,
I'm more scared of crocodiles than the sharks, right?
yeah, because they hunt you, right?
Oh, mate, they will they will pretty much, if they're laying in a water hiding and you're next to it, they will get you 100% of the time try and get you type thing. You know what I mean? Like a shark would be like, I don't know, it's misidentity and like all that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, that's cool. I'm in a glass tank though. It's a glass. It was at least a mil thick. No, I'm joking. It was thick. It was thick. Nothing getting through that. I mean that's cool. But I mean there are things that like, so when you're up in Cairns and you're going, like I said, I was in Cairns, but I was out where the crocodiles, very rare to see them where we were. But you do not want to go anywhere near any rivers, even say if this truck was just a little bit of water, don't go near it. They're sitting there hiding,
Really?
and they're waiting, and as you come through, and they'll get you. Even that's the thing, like sharks. I don't know. I guess sharks probably you can't have as a pet, but like I feel like they will probably get used to. Sharks will probably get used to you and be like, oh, human. They're not really food. I won't worry about it. Crocodiles will kill you every single time.
And then eat you.
Yeah, you'll raise it up as a baby, like and all that, and then as soon as it gets, it'll kill you every single day.
Dude,
Try and kill you.
have you seen that story? I'm just going back to my fear, which is snakes. But have you seen like this family owned a python, and the python got like 7 feet long,
Okay.
and it would start to lay on the bed of where the people slept, and then they went and saw it, and they're like, hey, you have to get rid of the snake right away. And they're like, why? Because it's literally stretching out to see if it can eat you.
Sizing you up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you heard
about
that story?
Yeah, heard about that. Well, that's what I mean. Like I said, I got snakes at the.
That's psychotic to me.
Yeah,
That's
that's
like
an
anaconda.
it is. It is. Oh, right, that's
He's reading a newspaper.
that's
That's
an anaconda. That's not a python. That's an anaconda.
disgusting.
Brazil.
But so we get a lot of like again snakes. So the pythons get pretty big. Pythons so I've got a lot of pythons. Well, there, a lot of them are pythons. There you go. You can see some of them. Look at how big some of them can get. Can you see them next to things?
The
Or?
octagon might be
Yeah.
the safest place you go.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like like
I mean,
That's
kangaroo.
disgusting. Bro.
All
You
right.
have 4 grown men holding a snake right there.
So like I don't know if diamond pythons get that big, but I mean like so I remember I bought my house, bought the farm, and I'm in contact with the owner of the house. Like he's like helping me. Like we've got to teach me a bit of these farm stuff. I'm not used to a farm, so he's like helping me out a bit. And then a month later he goes, "Oh look, man, I didn't want to tell you when you bought the place, but when you're buying the place, but you got a massive snake that lives in your roof."
Oh,
And I'm like,
Get
hey,
the fuck
yeah, and
outta
I'm
here.
like, oh, I love snakes. Like, I didn't care. I'm like, I went straight up looking for it as soon as I heard. He goes, yeah, I didn't really want to tell you, but because I think he's seen me catching the other snake. He goes, I said, you're okay with snakes? I may as well let you know about it now. And I'm like, cheers. I guess. I mean, you could have done that probably the right way. I know, even though I don't care, I could have cared. And that'd be probably a shit go. But anyway, but all right, all good. So I went there looking for it, but I couldn't find it. But it's he says that I've got it, grabbed it, I got rid of it a couple of times, just keeps coming back. But yeah, so we go in there, like I tried to find, I couldn't find it, but I mean, I got my mate that's an electrician, and he goes in there, he's just big snake skins up in the, yeah.
Boy, shedding himself out there.
But I mean, I don't know, these pythons.
Wait, did you catch it?
Hey?
Did you end up getting it?
I mean, maybe it's one of them, because I've caught a few, I catch them.
No, the one on your roof.
I don't know, I've got one in the pool. next to my pool.
This dude, Australia is so far away from here. His family is sleeping in a house right now. And he's like, hey, there's a snake in the roof. And you're like, all right. And we found some skins, but we haven't found the snake.
It's my pet, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's like my Henny Penny. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's yeah, it was in the pool. So I don't know if it's just, that one's not as big. So like, I don't think it's it. But I mean, you're gonna have snakes hanging around. And you're gonna do, even the danger, like I said, the pythons are all right. The red bellies are a bit more dangerous. But they're pretty chill, man. They're gonna stay out of your way. Here goes one.
That's a red belly, or is that a python?
That's a python.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's in front of So that was when I got next to my pool.
Like I'd be shitting myself right now.
It's not dangerous though.
Yeah.
It don't matter if it's
so
dangerous or
they
not.
got teeth though.
Just take care of the rodents.
You'll stitch you out. You'll need some stitches.
Bro, it doesn't have arms or legs, and it's mobile as fuck. Like I'm just telling you, something ain't right with these serpents.
Yeah, man. They're just like.
You gotta get exposure therapy.
I mean, I love it, man. I love it, especially.
I mean, I'll do it
pythons.
if in my brain, if like we're gonna go to Volk's house and do a vlog, we're gonna go with the sharks, we're gonna go attack crocodiles. I'll hold a snake.
I mean,
I will put myself in this position for the sake of content and our
That's
friendship.
the ultimate American coming to Australian content. Like Americans coming over there and like, let's go see some fucking dangerous shit.
Some dangerous shit.
Venomous shit. And I'll find a couple.
Yeah.
We'll go, like I said, pitch a tent right on them funnel web holes.
Yeah.
Get the torch out open the tent, have a look, and just see them crawling all around along the ground. And
Arachnophobia.
quickly zip it up. Properly.
So all these things you love doing. I think you talked about training in Thailand, being all over the place. Like, where's one place you would want to travel to have some of the experiences? Because my brain goes right to was it the rainforest?
Amazon?
Like Amazon rainforest.
Yeah, to see.
I feel like you'd be a guy to kind of put out there for about a couple days.
I mean,
let
for
Volk
sure.
go in there and see what happens.
For sure, like you got to be careful, man. You'll get sick from everything. Like, so many different things you could just get sick from.
Mm-hmm.
Like something touching and shit. Like, like you're gonna get some infection from it. Like, so it's I don't know. Again, like it's funny because I'm swimming with sharks. And I'm gonna say, I'm talking about this, like, I've got to be successful, and I want to protect myself for my family and all that. Like, maybe Amazon, might get too sick, something happening. I'd rather swim with sharks. I feel like that's the
goal.
That's a good balance.
Yeah,
that's a good balance. Now, look, for me, I do want to go, like, see the mountains here in America. I know, like, there's a lot of mountain lions and stuff like that. They're quite dangerous, aren't they?
Mountain lions.
Yeah.
I mean, I get they're like skittish. They're skittish. They'll get you. Like, they get you from behind. It's just, I don't know. I'm not very. I'm not like I'm not mountain lion.
They're sitting there, get it from behind.
Yeah. Hey, that'd be a hell of a clip.
I don't have a neck
creeping up on you.
Goes there. I don't have a neck. It's grabbing the shoulder and head.
You'd like to see a mountain lion. That's what you want to do.
I mean. Oh wow. Okay, they're bigger than I thought. Maybe I don't want to see it. No.
And bro, they're sneaky. They're in the trees.
That's a stocky thing, man. Like,
yeah.
What type of big cats do you have
Have you seen big kangaroos? Like, that reminded me of the kangaroo. Like, sometimes you'll go there and you see kangaroo, and they're like got a chest and they've got biceps.
Yeah.
They come up and they're like
there's that viral video where the two of them fighting. Yeah.
You want some of this? Like, they're like that, and they got like proper, like, sometimes you shit, then they'll sometimes move their arm and you see their bicep just curl up.
Yeah. You ever square up with one of those?
Hey, yeah, because I mean, as in,
to me, it's a dumb American question.
Kangaroos, they're like, cause they get real friendly. So you go to like caravan parks, a lot of them, these are big reds though, big reds. So they're harder to see. But then you go to like, they're friendly though, usually.
He don't look friendly.
Yeah, I know. Especially when they're trying to size you up. It's like proper staunch. Like, what? You want something? Look over there.
That's not real. That's AI, right?
Nah, that's real, man. That's real.
That looks like, yeah.
Looks like
look at his biceps, man. Like, it goes, that's what I mean. It goes up, and when it goes there, it's like, and it even looks around. Like, sometimes it's just like, what?
Yeah, hey, that's so
it
crazy.
proper looks like it's sussing you out. Like,
We got to
You
get out
watch
to
it, it's like
Australia.
it's looking at you like you watch your mouth.
Yeah,
Otherwise, old.
Bussin goes down under.
dude.
Do you know what they do? You know how they do it though, right?
How
they
they do
grab you with their arms, and then they get there because they
Kick
got
ya?
they got their big, like very sharp hooves, whatever you want to call them, claws, and they just grab and they just they like you know
They
can,
got
like, rip
ya.
your guts up.
Oh,
No way.
Yeah. Well, that's what they say. I don't know if it's happened,
But it hasn't happened, so it's
but
all good.
It has. Have you? I mean, you've seen the guy. It went viral. You must have seen it.
The one with dude, the guy that has the dog, right?
Yeah, it goes there.
Yes.
It goes there and it's shaping up.
Yeah, smokes him.
That's such an Aussie thing, man. I just like how it doesn't get much more Aussie than that, man. It makes me laugh.
Australia
But, I
sounds
mean,
like an
I'm
awesome
not saying
place.
don't go punching kangaroos. Like I'm not saying like that's
Don't
bad.
do that. That's bad. That's bad.
But
if one has your
It
dog,
happened already,
yeah,
and I find it funny now.
yeah. Objectively, that is funny. What happened?
Yes.
we shouldn't do what happened.
But don't do it.
Right. Right.
But I mean, he was protecting his dog for one.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you've seen the biceps, and Edel's trying to strangle. That's what they did. They like go there, they strangle it.
Yeah.
There's actually this is another one, man. I'm putting you to work. You don't have to get that. I'm bloody.
Get it up to him.
Yeah, I mean, the kangaroo. I swear, there's a kangaroo that chokes out another kangaroo. They go like this. They go there and they grab like that, and it goes in. The other one just drops to the floor. Yeah, proper. I swear I've seen it.
Like if you see a kangaroo and it's got henny
A
penny in its hands.
kangaroo choked out something.
Yep.
Choking out another animal.
I think it was a kangaroo though.
There's that viral video. That second
Oh,
photo
yeah.
right there. Just a good straight right.
No, that's where. See,
He's got him.
Look, man, that's a good grip.
Yeah.
That's stopping the blood and oxygen going to the brain. You're going to sleep. But I mean, no, there's one where it goes there. I don't know if it ended up just. I'm just trying to think. Maybe it just like ended up giving up.
Yeah.
It goes like this for a while. They'll fight. And it has it for a while, and their thing just ends up just dropping to the floor. I'm telling you. Oh, wait,
full choke.
where's that video?
Was that
Just
video
a photo.
shown?
Just a photo.
It's just a photo. I
I
think it's a
don't know.
mom playing with their kids.
Yeah, that one's.
Looks like a mom.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, the pouches are dope. The pouches are sick.
It might have been the one that. What's this one over here? That video.
live leak.
What about that one?
Is this it right here?
No, this
No,
no.
this is the viral. Go back, Sherm. Go back.
No,
Which one are you talking about?
what do you reckon? See that one where the one's on the floor? No. See, that's a video, yeah.
This one right here?
Oh, kangaroo kills
Sorry,
another
I
kangaroo.
want to watch it at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they're proper punching on, right? This is what. See how they're grabbing and they're going for the hooves. Boom. Yeah.
Good gut shots.
Yeah. Boosh.
Yeah, the tail. The
Wait,
tail's
wait, wait. Oh, shit.
He's got him in a full mouth.
Wait, here's a guillotine. Guillotine. Wait.
Oh.
See, maybe it's just surrendering. No, gets back up, I think.
Look at him.
Oh, yeah, got him. That's the one. Watch. Watch it just fall.
I'm not gonna tap. Yeah.
Oh, he's done.
Oh, when the arms are like this, yeah, it's dead.
The kangaroo is fencing.
See, he's got to come train with me. See, I don't get choked out from
Oh, he's still
guillotines.
holding him.
I'll teach this kangaroo all the tricks, you know? For one, have no neck. That helps.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it tight.
Be bald.
Oh,
be,
that's out.
Be bald. Yeah,
Oh,
but
he-
see?
Ow.
I'm glad you got it because people would have thought I
Standing
was
over his
lying.
prize.
So, because I've told you a few stories. I mean, you probably think, is this bloke full of shit at this point? I'll go, mate, like this. They're actually not. I guess I've got footage of most of them, which is good.
I'll tell you what, dude. What a tough way to go, being choked up by a kangaroo.
Yeah.
That'd be. You go to defend Henny
Your
Penny,
own
and you go in there. You're like, "Hey, motherfucker," and the thing gets you
Yeah,
and
man.
chokes you out. It's like,
Right.
"Oh, what happened to Volk? Man, kangaroo got him.
Got him.
Trying to protect his pet chicken. He's done."
Far out.
Dude, you've been absolutely incredible. We have one more question for you
Yeah.
today, and then also Clay, if you have any more beautiful questions.
I mean, we're off on Australia, and so at one point I want to talk about your promising budding Hollywood career. You got
Okay, yeah. It's coming
Oh,
off.
I see.
my man over
Great
here.
pull by Clay.
My man over here is going to be in a Street Fighter movie that comes out.
Yeah,
so
man.
I just wanted to ask about that a little bit.
You know
How did
what?
that come to be? Was it aspirations
I
or
did have my tall, longer blonde hair, handsome moment in this movie.
I was going to say, how'd you feel there?
But
Ladies man?
I meant to. How's this though? They got me to play. So they got okay. So this is Joe from Street Fighter. He's in the original game. He's not a playable character. And he's all right. So he's the character is a tall, like a longish, blondish hair, American, yeah. And they got the short bald guy to do the role.
Yeah.
So but anyway, but the good thing is because he doesn't have a voice, so I've made him. I shouldn't ruin nothing. But
nobody watches the show. You're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
But I mean, it doesn't matter. But I mean, I get to make him my own. Now he's a short, stocky guy, Aussie guy.
How was that? You were working with a bunch of WWE stars,
cool.
50 Cent, all sorts of guys. It looked like it was a good time.
It was. I only played a small part because I actually thought I was going to be fighting. I wish I got a little bit more lean for it, to be honest. I actually cut weight for this because I was like, oh man, I'm heavy. I've got to do this. So I end up doing a proper weight cut. Like, I mean, what I do fight week, I end up doing. So, like, I looked like that's. I'm still not happy with that, but but I was, I was struggling to have even 2 of them abs, but in the week I was able to get a few extra abs.
How was it being in front of a camera and acting, having lines?
Well, I love it because I do a lot of it. I don't know if you've seen some of my skits. I do like a few skits. Like I've done
Old Man.
Old Man like skit that we've done. Like I love it. I love doing that acting stuff. I even do pranks. I love to do pranks. I'll go and just prank people like at events, like at media hosts and that. I'll prank them and pretend I got the shits, which is very out of character, but I play it off good enough where it's sort of, I'm pretty impressed with
You're a
my
good actor.
Yeah, you got a little something, huh?
I mean, I'm pretty impressed. I don't know. I guess that's just, I sound cocky. I'm not.
No, you don't
used
sound
to-
cocky at all.
I feel like
You
I've been
sound
talking
like a fun
myself
guy.
up the whole time,
You
but
sound like a fun guy is what you
No,
sound like.
good.
Renaissance man.
What's the
but it was cool.
what's the greatest prank you've ever put on somebody that you're like, I'm really proud of this prank?
I mean, I've never done real crazy pranks. You see the ones that they go all out on. Like mine are just, I'm here. Like I got a guy who's going to do an interview, and I'm just gonna prank him. So I don't really get to do anything other than
Play a bit on somebody.
unless
while
just
you're sitting
like pretend I got the shits with them and get them like oh fuck, like what I mean, like I didn't expect that.
You
so
should-
that's sort of that's probably as far as I've been able to do it. I haven't really. Oh no, I remember faking an injury for someone. That was one, and that was good. So but yeah, that was one there. The Volk recalls. Yeah. Oh no, yeah. There's one where I pretend to be injured. But you know what gets them? You know what works? Cause my character, everyone knows that I'm a pretty chill guy. Like I'm a nice guy. So when they're doing stuff, I'll try and comfort them at the same time by making them, while they're feeling bad because he thinks he's fucking broke my neck pretty much.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to comfort him like, I'm like, no, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have shot, man. I shouldn't have shot. Like I'm saying it like that. So it's things like that tend to work. So like, but yeah, that was all right again. That was the most thought out one. They told me 10 minutes before I did it.
That's solid.
Improv. Did a great job.
Improv and acting.
I enjoy it, but I love doing that. So that's what I mean. I like putting myself in these things sometimes. For ads, obviously sponsors, like to do some skits, and I just love doing it. So when the movie come about, I'm like, yeah, for sure, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm used to being in front of a camera as well. So
yeah, it's a whole different ballgame though when you have like your own lines. They want you to act a certain way,
exactly.
do a certain thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
100%. Yeah, for sure.
Can you go and create the character that they have in their mind?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is, I think, is awesome. It's a lot of fun. All right, I know you got to get it. You're flying back to Australia today, right?
No. So we're going. We're going to be doing Austin, and then we go.
Doing
some cooking with Volk.
Nice.
So obviously want to do this. Well, maybe we're going to do something later as well, or what is it?
Sounds like we're going to Australia, dude.
Oh well, there you go. That's
Sounds
it.
like we might have
We got
to
to
do
go
something.
cook up some crocodile or kangaroo or something.
You know what
What's
we
the
talked about
headline?
doing is going to the Florida Everglades. We should take him to the Florida Everglades.
I've asked to do this. Let's go catch pythons in the Everglades. They're an invasive species. We go down there, we catch them. It's gonna be a little hot, muggy. Then we can go out. We could hunt iguanas as well, also invasive. You can cook them up. There's a lot of content there.
Oh, there is, man, 100%.
It's pretty yummy.
I'm down. I've never been to Australia. I would love to go to Australia. I hate pythons. I would love to catch pythons with both of you.
Good content.
Because I want to be with the boys, but I'll shit myself, not figuratively, but literally shit myself. So I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down for some good content.
Yeah.
Man,
Go to the Amazon rainforest.
I don't know how much like what hunting's like in Australia, but there's got to be
hunting.
Yeah, hunting.
Yeah, it's good. Like I said, like you want a deer, you're getting a deer. Like I'll get you a deer 100%. Like there's too many of them. They're actually pretty bad where we live. Like I see them, they're everywhere.
What type of deer are they?
They're Rusa deer.
Okay,
Rusa deer.
I don't even know how to spell
Them boys right there. Some good looking boys.
We got white-tailed deer out
there. You
here
can see that one
Tennessee.
there. Rusa.
Bottom right.
Yeah. No, but our biggest is a Samba deer. And supposedly, someone just down the road got one that's, and the guy was saying it was like a Rusa and Samba deer mix, which I didn't think were up our way. But so that's cool.
How long is that flight to Australia?
Yeah.
17?
Well, from where? It's
like 15.
It's 14, 15 from LA. Yeah. So you still got to travel to LA or whatever and then go.
Dallas. 11 to Fiji.
Or Dallas, Dallas goes straight off.
That's just a day flight.
Dallas is going to be, Dallas will be maybe like 16 or something.
And I'm not assuming anything. You are going to host us when we come to Australia.
100%.
I don't want to make assumptions, right?
100%. Oh, there you go. 17. Yeah, easy. No problem.
Yeah. Well, Clump, he only flies private, so we'll figure out a way to get that.
All right.
He only flies private.
FanDuel's good.
Yeah. Shout out FanDuel, dude. Shout out FanDuel, the greatest. All right. Bud Light question. Anyone would do anything for an ice cold Bud Light. What is something that you would do anything for, but you can't say family?
Anything for?
What would you anything for? We've had guys say nice steak dinner, a national championship, a Super Bowl. A fried bologna sandwich was another one.
Clay said the lottery.
Clay said the lottery. And also, I messed with that too. I would probably take on the lottery as well.
Boys, the thing I would die for is to use a restroom right now. I have been holding this forever.
Go take a pee.
I'm sorry, Volk. I got to get back.
No worries, man. Do your thing. I've got a cup here. I've got a cup here if you want to.
What's something you would do anything for?
Okay, something I'll do anything for. Damn. Okay. It's hard because you said not your family and like, you know what I mean? It's just like, do anything for.
An experience you would want to have.
Can I do... Shit, sorry, man. Okay, let me think of something.
You think whatever you want. We can cut dead time. That's no problem at all. That's probably post.
Good. I might need that. No. Let's go. What do we want? Okay. I got something. I do want to get like an elk or a bison. Go hunt a elk or a bison or something and then cook it and eat it. So eat something like that. Be able to like do something like that.
Oh, but we can, first off, great answer. Let's give a round of applause for a great answer. And,
I don't know. I was like trying to think. I was like, I wanted to bring the family in and still, but I was like, I won't do one that brings the family in at all.
I'll tell you what. I think we have an avenue for you.
I was gonna say,
like,
because I could do anything through. I reckon we could probably tee that up.
Oh yeah,
but that would be sick.
Are you familiar with the brand Meat Eater?
Yeah.
So we've hunted with Steve Ranella and those guys a few times.
Oh
in Montana.
Wow, yeah.
So
I've watched all these episodes.
Yeah,
I watched them all.
I think that's a good guy to get you hooked up with.
100%.
Because they are unreal. The hospitality is awesome. But they have guys. You
does
go
all
to,
the cooking and that I love. You know what I mean? Like he prepares. I love all that stuff,
dude,
man.
And he is like, he's a guy you're around and you just want him to say good job to you. He never will. He never will say good job to you. But you're always searching. He's like that uncle. And you're like, please just tell me you love me. Type of thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like we could get Volk done with that, no problem, right? We could dial that in, friend of the show. Friend of the show, future friend. We're staying at his house soon.
Yeah.
We can get that done.
They would love him too.
They would love him. Absolutely.
Mate, for sure. That would be that. There you go. You just probably, because when I say, like, when I think of hunting and that, a lot of times I think of elk, you know, even though I hunt a lot back home, but I've always watched tape or like TV, and it's always in America. With Steve and you know, like with Meat Eater and all that. That's all the stuff. Yeah. That's all the stuff that I've watched. So that is like my ultimate to go with go on Meat Eaters, do an experience like that, then catch something, strip you know, the back strap, cook it up, and there you go.
Oh, buddy, Steve's your guy then. 100%.
Steve's my guy.
He was showing us. He's got a place in Alaska that's like remote. Like you have to get to it by boat.
Yeah.
And he was showing us like landscape and everything. And this dude's a cat that'll just like he'll just go off in the wilderness. He'll be gone for a week.
Yep.
Like he knows. Have you ever seen the show Alone?
I love that stuff. Hey.
Have you seen the show Alone?
No,
It's like a reality TV show where they put.
I think I know about it, but I haven't seen
8 to
it.
10 people out, and they just put them in there. Like whoever lasts the longest gets a cash prize.
No, you're on point with this, man. He's just said, let me.
Oh yeah,
I was
Sherm
like,
don't miss. Sherm don't miss. But they just take these people out, and they're like, "Hey, go survive." So you have to create your own shelter, find your own water source, find food. The whole thing.
Do they have an idea?
ID.
Like, so do they have a rough idea?
that they're out there.
A
where
rough
they're going?
idea of what they're doing?
They
him
know.
feel
I
bad
think
over
they
his
know
accent.
of the landscape they're doing. Like the first 2 seasons is in British Columbia, Canada, and like I think it's like Vancouver Island or something like that, where there's like water wolves and a bunch of stuff. It's a really cool landscape.
They
up
all
there.
have like different survivalist backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like they all are kind of good at one thing, and it's like, oh, well, which type of survivalist would be the best?
Okay, all right. So
Yeah,
they got
yeah,
some
yeah.
skills in it. Okay,
Yeah. But
Oh,
all
that's
that to
cool.
be said, like Steve's the cat that he would never go do this show, but he'd be a guy that like he'd probably just make a new
Smoke
family.
it.
He'd have a new like set up and just never leave.
Yeah.
He's that type of cat. So hey, friend of the show, we got to get it done.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the
Let's
show,
do
we
it.
have to get it done.
Let's tee
boys.
it up. I would
Yeah.
love that.
Dude. I know it was a long night for you last night.
Mm.
You crushed this podcast. You were
Yeah.
incredible. Like it was.
It took me
so
a minute
much
at the
fun.
start. I was like I swear, I was sitting there. Some jokes are just gonna get straight over my head and all that.
No,
But then
dude.
we started getting in our zone. I was like, all right, I'm back.
Yeah, and we worked in with a little UFC talk, had fun, and I think we really hit a stride. We
Okay,
started
yeah,
talking
exactly,
about
you know
all
what I
the
mean?
things that you love outside of the octagon.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I hope everybody else watching this enjoyed it. Let's give a round of applause for Alexander Volkanovski. Absolutely incredible, brother. And I'm not the type of guy that just is like, hey, we should do this, and then we don't do it. Like I'm gonna get a hold of you.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna show
100%.
up in Australia eventually.
No, 100%. Like we want the content. Like we love it. Would love to do that. And again, the thing is, I just need to make sure I don't need to be anywhere because it's at my farm.
Right.
We're doing all the hunting and everything's right there, and then all the other stuff like swimming with sharks and all that's 10 minutes away. So if you could come in summer, which is the end of the year, so it's obviously opposite
switched.
to you guys. Yes.
It's flipped. So you guys are what? Like February would be a good time for you? March?
Yeah, February is good.
Hey.
Hey, we got
Kind of open in February, aren't we, boys? We're a little open in February, aren't we? Super Bowl ends.
Well, I think there's, you know what I mean? Like, usually they got an Australian event in February.
Okay.
So maybe we could, if you just wanted to watch a bit of UFC over there. So yeah,
A little
UFC.
parlay action.
You know what I mean?
Kinda
Bit of
like
UFC.
you gonna be fighting on that one?
Celebrate getting through all the dangerous animals by going and watching the UFC.
Yeah. That'll be what, in Sydney?
I don't know yet. So I'm not
Okay.
sure that. Yeah, I know they usually do it on February, and I think they'll do it
Like
again.
a snake, like an Australian
Yeah,
snake.
February is usually our month.
Clay had a great question for you that kind of went over both of our heads. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just
I mean,
gonna say,
everything goes over my head. You know, I was like,
you said it was going to be in Australia. Now's your chance to tell us the big news that everybody wants to hear.
all right, I'm.
He's going to say it.
He almost did.
I was just gonna make something up.
Is that
Yeah.
Is that something you could possibly be fighting on, or you want to fight?
I'm like,
earlier than that?
I am married with kids, but I'm actually no.
A tale as old as time. All right, boys. Thank you for watching this beautiful show. Please make sure to subscribe. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Thank you so much. And also, what's the name of your channel so everybody can go look at that?
It's pretty easy to find. Alex Volkanovski, you could do it. You know,
Pretty simple.
at
Kiss
Alex,
method,
Alex
baby.
Volkanovski for the tags of the socials. Yeah, pretty cruisy and easy to find.
And cooking with Volk.
Cooking with
Cooking with
Volk.
Volk. Sorry,
Yeah.
yes. I've got to get used to that. I've got
Hey.
2 separate channels, man.
Right.
Yeah.
We got to monetize. We got to make some money out here.
Yeah,
Success,
sweet.
family, feed
Yeah,
them.
that's it. Exactly.
What's your number?
What's my number?
Yeah.
As
The
in
number in your brain that's like, that's enough to have.
As in fights? Oh, money?
Dinero.
Oh, I don't know. Like it's is it ever enough?
Yeah,
Like, you know what I
right,
mean?
dog.
That's what I like. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm in a great position.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed to be in the position I am. But again, it's just I feel like it's not promised yet. So I'm like just in case because again I'm quite calculated. Even that's how I approach my camps. Like I prepare for the worst. So I want to prepare myself for the worst. So like I'm in a great position, but I want to be in a better position. So I don't know if I want to throw out numbers, but
Bad luck.
Bad luck.
Yeah,
Bad luck. But 9 figures, but bad luck. Yeah.
Well, not bad luck, bad luck.
I just want to be,
Bad luck, bad
oh,
luck,
that's fuck.
either
I
one.
just want to be a billionaire, man.
Yeah, that'd be sick, right? Get that Elon Musk, that trillionaire move right there. All right, that's officially the end.
We hit a couple in.
We did it. Dude, that was awesome.